And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
You guys have just come from the room with 3 chests in it that do various unspeakable things when you get in them, which you have to unlock the button, which then unlocks the monkey monster in the stone coffin. You defeated the monkey monster in the stone coffin, and not before all of Jex's items that were metal, I think, turned to rust, which he then weepily put into a bag, which he then put into the bag of holding, hopefully trying to turn the iron rusted shards back into weapons later.
Yeah.
Then you climbed back through the fan that defended this 3-chested monkey monster room and proceeded to take a short rest beside the big stone face hole that chomped you previously, whereafter Caesar looked down into the cavity at the center of the room and saw a large sewn-together creature lumbering around below looking ominous, and that is where we rejoin the action. So you guys don't have any spell slots back. It was definitely a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we just mainly needed health back, I think, at that point.
You see Orvex say, I feel so much better.
Yeah, I've used some spells, but my low-level spells and my high-level spells are gone, but my medium I'm quite full on.
I haven't used any spells yet. I'm good, you boys. I don't have many spells, though, so...
The smell of fresh moss and an earthy aroma fills your nostrils from the surrounding area.
I just cooked up a batch of moss, guys. Who wants?
Give me that moss, baby!
Make a cooking check to determine how nutritious and delicious it is.
Okay. I have that on my sheet,
I think you macroed
but
it,
I have to roll a d4. Yeah, I do. So let's add a d4 to that.
Can I make a palate check?
14.
Let me describe it, and then you can decide whether you want to afterwards. Okay, so it's reminiscent of kind of Ratatouille, if Ratatouille only contained one vegetable.
I mean, I'll try
It's
anything.
a good movie, yeah. You take one bite and you're like, ah, Remy!
And that
man,
one vegetable is rat.
I've had way worse. Well... I've had the same, at least. Well... I've had similarly adequate.
Of
Yeah,
all the
I'm
other
playing-
cooking
I'm playing-
ingredients that are in the near vicinity.
It's not your best
Than
work, Jex, but
the
I've
ground.
had worse, probably.
Yeah, the atmosphere is definitely being raised by I'm playing some like French cafe music as we eat.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that is,
The
but I
girl
love
from Ipanema comes walk.
it. French cafe music. Song about France.
Brazilian.
That's just the music I associate with France. I don't know if it's necessarily French.
I think that's Brazilian because that's bossa nova, but it did go big in France
There we
because
go.
it's really repetitive and dull.
Vindicated by Bear's knowledge of French musical charts.
I was trying to look at what I associate with France, and I think just like anywhere that's like Western Europe is an accordion to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, cool.
I think that's Italy as well is the problem.
Yeah,
no.
Everyone
Violins
put this
were
on in the
very
background, and this is what we're playing to today.
The
God,
stomping
cafe music.
footsteps of a fleshy monstrosity
Yeah, that's-
echo from down below.
Is it still down there?
Well, no, you can't see it, but you can hear distant echoes of it stomping.
Okay.
This is such a different vibe with accordion music in the background.
You know,
Boom. Boom.
I don't know if we need to deal with that thing earlier or later.
It's just doing its own thing. Let's leave it alone.
It's not at all an option, because I'll take that one.
What?
Not at all, as in don't deal with it at all.
Oh, I see. Right. Well,
I mean,
Hey,
we
there's
only
like
have
one
to go
more-
down there
There's
when
one
we
more
need to.
corridor upstairs that we haven't gone through yet, right? Up here.
Yeah, and is there more stuff around? The way we came in.
There's this
well,
room that we haven't been into.
there was a glass wall there.
Okay.
Oh, what was there? Hang on a minute. I need to remind myself of all
There's
of the
also this
cryptic
face that you
clues
left a
that we were.
torch in front of.
There was
Yeah, that was full of
so
darkness that attacked
that's
me.
got a load of darkness in it, and the
And it attacked.
the servant that was put inside of it was immediately destroyed, but it's only got one.
And it also attacked me.
Oh, you put your hand in it. Oh.
Or something like that.
You put something in it.
Yeah, someone put their hand in at least twice, and sometimes were hurt and sometimes weren't.
At the
I put
moment,
my hand. Yeah.
A conundrum.
at the moment, I think we leave that dark face until need to.
Well, let's
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Can we have a mooch around up here?
Yeah, I think
yeah,
there
we
is
got
the
a
better
corridor
direction.
here, and potentially this room here as well through the glass if we did want to look that way.
Although we should probably keep it quiet up here if we don't want to get
Big
the
boy.
attention of big boy downstairs.
Dude, I'm hella quiet.
I mean,
good-
I've been
good for
playing
you.
music this whole time and he's not come up, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe he doesn't like French cafe music. You know?
Maybe he loves it.
Yeah, I love it. That's for certain.
Okay, so
Right, should we
where
head
would
over
you
this
like
way?
to head? Orvek says,
Shall I
I'm a
lead the
little
way?
anxious with that creature below. Are we avoiding it? Or do we have a destination?
We're avoiding it for now.
Excellent.
it
Oh,
can
love
do
it.
its
Love
thing.
that idea.
We're just gonna sort of, look, we're gonna go
We're-
whoop-a-doop-a-doo, whoop-a-doop-a-dee, whoop-a-doop-a-doo.
Avoiding it until it becomes a problem.
Excellent. Excellent plan.
Like,
Scramble just flies across the pit.
I mean, how far is that?
far enough to not be able to
15,
jump it.
25, 30,
40
35,
feet?
40, yeah.
How far is Misty Step? I'm not wasting a Misty Step spell
30
slot on it,
foot. 30
but
foot.
Well, you've got
but
like.
is it
far enough.
possible?
No.
It's not possible. All right,
You
I
got
just run
35
around.
feet
We
run
gotta
up there.
here to Misty Step across from there.
What if I jumped 10 feet, then Misty Step the other 30 feet?
Yeah,
Yes.
like Dishonored or whatever. It would work wonderfully.
Yeah, genius. I'm not going to do that because I only have 2 second level spell slots.
Yeah, I'd say with basic competence that would be possible.
Yeah, but in principle, I do that.
Keep your eyes peeled, because I'm gonna step on some traps.
Go for it.
Oh wait, I
That-
don't want to step on traps anymore. I've got -1 AC now.
Oh,
Yeah,
can't
I was gonna
have
say,
it.
you-
don't AC care about? Do AC care about traps? Does
Some traps do,
Traps
yeah.
care other way
Yeah.
around. Traps
Quite-
care about AC.
Some traps attack you, yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
Okay.
dart traps.
So you say out loud that you're going to step on traps to your group, but do you do anything else?
Well, I'm starting walking ahead, and I'm hoping that people are keeping an eyes out in case, there are obvious pressure plates, like there have been in many other places I've stepped on.
Okay, you walk forward so far uneventfully. The rest of your group remains looking at you aghast.
I mean, I could do a search for like pressure plates if you want, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to do that.
I mean, I'd say we keep our eyes open, so yeah.
Alright,
Should we
sure.
make checks? Should we do any rolls for that?
Anyone?
Or do you just want to base off our passive, just a general, like, our passive perception to what we're doing at all times, really?
If you're wanting to be, well, no, I think it reflects the characters nicely if the players remember to check for traps. I mean, you
Fair enough.
Yeah,
you don't
I
have to
think-
remember to do it if it's a place you've walked in previously, or if
I thought that passive perception was more like
It is for
not,
spotting.
not specifically looking for things.
Yeah, if you're
noticing
looking,
something. Whereas,
correct,
like, if
that-
we're looking for traps, you have to actively look for traps.
Correct.
what's everyone's
It's
passive
how-
well,
perception
no,
again?
your passive perception can.
Can I ping it?
I'd need to check, but
Mine's 18.
your passive
18.
perception
Uh,
can spot traps, but it just means you're not active. Like most traps are going to
16.
beat most passive perceptions.
Yeah.
I think mine's 12, but it might be 14.
Okay.
So Fleeb is
we're-
16, Scramble is 18.
Yeah, I think Caesar was 17.
13.
18.
18
Oh
as
wow!
well.
So Scramble and Caesar
got-
both have a passive perception of 18. That's
There you go.
Wizball
There's your-
is.
that is
I said, what-
substantial.
Why is Scrabble so high?
He's got expertise in it, right?
Yeah, I've got expertise in it.
Okay.
I only have a plus. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I guess I'm the same, but sure.
Okay.
Well, if you
so-
have expertise, you're getting a +8 from expertise, right?
Oh, yeah, because we're at proficiency 4 now. That's right. Yeah.
Whoopsie. Sorry. I was
just
reminding
hella-
myself that I
Hella
spoke deep speech.
lucky.
He's seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, man.
He
So,
hasn't
yeah.
learned much from it, but he's seen
as
it.
You've been a thief as long as I have. You gotta,
as
you gotta keep your eyes.
Bear was saying, some traps are perceivable by passive perception and some require active perception. It's kind of up to you whether you want to leave it to that sense or if you want to be active about it. Do you guys actively look going down this corridor or passively?
I would like to actively look.
Yeah, I
Okay,
won't
give me-
because I'm focusing on playing good music for everyone.
Perception, yeah.
Cool. Give me a perception check, please.
Worse than my passive, but I'm looking at least.
Actually, no, I don't need to look. I'll just dodge.
You don't notice any traps in this corridor, but you do notice that the profusion of moss and leafy algae in the previous section seems to be absent from this part of the chamber.
Jax, you can't cook any moss in this section. I'm sorry. We'll have to go back for the moss if you want to cook some more.
Maybe
But no
it's the
traps.
ideal place
I
to
slap
cook
him on the
moss.
back.
Maybe there's a moss eater here because it's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna dodge action as I walk through because that seems a sensible thing to do when you're walking through an unknown place.
Okay, cool. You
That's
take the
the
dodge
traps.
action.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so as you get closer to this room, you see the extent of it, and a very strange sight greets you. A rusting statue of a knight stands at the west end of this hall, and it's gripping a large iron shield. Shards and flakes of rust cover the floor around the statue's feet. You also notice, about 10 feet in front of it, is a skeleton with a triangular head that's just sort of stumbling around the room, and it hasn't seemed to have noticed you yet.
Not noticed, eh? Hey,
Guys,
Jax.
I stopped the music for a moment. Or maybe it's dancing. Does it look like it's dancing?
It seems to be wandering aimlessly.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna...
Jax. How do you
Yeah.
make those accordion noises when you've only got a fiddle?
Magic. It's literally what I'm a magic user.
Good point. Magic exists, and I can also do it.
You're just so like naive to magic.
Yeah. I can cast spells
Forget
on my fiddle so that it makes sounds of different instruments.
Anyway, if you want to actually talk about the skeleton, please do.
Wait, no, I'm interested in...
No, let's talk about magic right now.
Yeah.
The connotations of this. All right. Yeah, but do you think we gotta fight this dude, or hey,
Nah,
you've
look,
got a
he's
bunch of
chill.
rust? Maybe
Uh,
the statue likes you because you're rusty.
Look, this skeleton dude is chill. For now.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the room and just see if I see anything else in there. Is this the wall boundary here?
Sorry, what are you referring to?
The area I can see is this like 3x8 section. Is that the boundary of the walls?
Yeah. It's a slanted thing that I just haven't revealed properly. As you reach the threshold of the room, you feel like a pull on you, pulling you towards the western edge. A little bit like gravity, but much stronger. And you need to make an athletics check.
Ooh, athletics. No.
Okay.
Wait, was that a
No, it's a 1.
that's my +1. Yeah, no, it's a plus.
1.
I get
It's
a
a
+1.
+1.
It was a 6.
Okay. You suddenly
It'll be
lose
I
your
wish it was a 1.
you suddenly lose your footing and go flying across the room, knocking,
Whoa!
knocking into the skeleton as you go, dealing, I'll say, 2d6 damage to it, 3 damage. And,
Oh, dude, I'm sorry! I say to him.
and it's sort of, you feel yourself sticking to this giant metal iron shield. Do you
that
have...
here?
Yeah, you're basically stuck to it. Do you have any metal items on you, worn or
Yes.
carried? What do you
Yes,
have?
I put on a breastplate from the
Oh,
that
God,
was
here we
holding
go
after the
again.
last thing.
Okay.
It rusts.
Oh,
The breastplate disintegrates into rust.
Damn it!
And
Kick
you-
it aside.
You also take the
I love
3
it.
bludgeoning damage from
think-
being flung across the room.
Okay, I think my sword as well. Does that rust too?
If it's worn on you, like if it's in a scabbard, then it wouldn't. But if it's just worn on you like a duelist, then it would break.
Let's roll for that. I'm just gonna roll because I haven't made a decision about that in advance. No, it's fine. It's
That's a scabbard check if I've ever seen one. A 15. Cool. So you've seen Jax fly across the room and have his only remaining metal item turn to rust, and the skeleton appears to be getting up again, and it's starting to flee up the passageway to the south.
Oh, there's passageways.
Yeah, sorry. He only just flung himself across the room. I haven't adjusted it yet. So he's running away. The skeleton looks at you and goes,
doesn't say
and
anything.
runs away. No, it doesn't say anything. It just makes that noise and runs away.
Just cackles at you.
I kind of want to follow him.
Okay.
Seems like a very interesting skeleton.
I want to see if you need to like unstick yourself.
Yeah,
Well, no, because the metal
how long
thing,
has the rust taken?
the metal thing has
if
gone
my
away,
armor
so you're
disintegrated, yeah.
you're free now.
You've just,
you can
you've just got leather wrappings around you.
you can
I've got
move freely.
clothes, you know.
You're gonna
Yeah,
chase him.
I've got like a tunic full of rust again. It's so itchy. I just got the rust out of my last one. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Okay.
Guys, I'm following a skeleton. Don't bring metal into the room.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I just follow immediately because I don't have any.
Stop. I'm sort of... Right. I hand you a rope and allow you to walk through to the other side while I'm holding the rope at the other end.
I will help you hold this.
What are
rope.
we doing with this rope?
I'm
Please.
trying to give any way to get Scramble across the other side so he can hold onto the rope while we both hold at each end to give something taut for him to move across on instead of it being flung into a rust-inducing wall.
Oh,
My
am I
sh-
going? Am I?
My shield
Oh, good
is
plan,
metal,
Chief.
but it's magical. Is it fine?
Yeah, if it's fine if it's magical.
Okay.
Did you want to go first then? Because I hold the rope.
Okay. I give Scramble his short sword back, which he gave to me.
Oh, you have the other short sword. No, I've still got one.
Yeah,
I
I'm
had you-
aware. I'm giving you the one that I don't want to carry.
Oh, you're
'Cause
going
I don't.
across first.
Yes, I'm going
Okay,
across
sure.
first because then.
Sure, I'll hold on to anything metal you've got if you want.
Me and the
For now.
skeleton are long gone at this point.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
cheating it. All right, I'll hold your items and help hold the rope.
Okay, so
Behind
so
Caesar
I
there,
so
so
I
that-
so I so effectively my metal items are going to be like a brooch or something that's holding my tunic together. Like I'm not going to have very much metal items. I don't even have any money.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you had a brooch that holds your robes together. You don't really seem like a brooch kind of guy to me. You can roll a d20 to
Sure.
determine
Sure.
You don't
if
seem
you
like a
want.
brooch kind of guy.
Like, the point I was maybe making was that I don't believe I've got much metal on me now. Is my kind of assessment of I don't have much.
Yeah, I think
5.
Yeah, with a 5, you've got a brooch and it's
Some
torn off you
pins.
immediately and turns to rust. So you've got a little patch of where you can see the skin showing through your tunic about your
Perfect.
left torso, like a little coin shape.
Perfect.
Yeah, luckily for me, this happened before, so all my clothes are now currently like held on with rope and string rather than buttons.
So I make my way over to this wall with the rope, stringing it over.
Yeah.
Is that the end of
Hopefully,
your actions?
yes, that is the end of my actions. Yes.
This skeleton, am I sensing intelligence from it?
Make an insight check.
With
It's like,
the
there is
helmet.
no intelligence
With
for the
the
surrounding
helmet.
50 feet.
With the helm.
How do you make an intelligence check with it? Oh, as in, oh, sorry.
As in, yeah,
No,
seeing-
you're not
no, okay.
really, you're sensing very, what's the thing, the threshold? You're sensing some intelligence,
Let
but
me
it's
check.
just, it's very, I think the threshold is less than 4 int or 5 int or something.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Either way, I'm happy to make the call that you do detect something, but it's, run away, run away.
Okay.
It
It
doesn't
ain't
seem like
smart.
complex.
I can't. Yeah, 3 or lower doesn't work.
Okay, so you do detect thoughts, they're just not very clever thoughts.
I might try and suggest it then. It's thinking thoughts in my language. Is that?
It
Or
does...
in any language.
Yes, it is saying it in common, but with a bit of a thick accent. It's also walking up
Yeah.
the wall right now, making its way towards the ceiling.
I'm gonna cast suggestion on this, buddy.
Okay, and
I'm
anyone
gonna
else
use
that
the
wants
helm's
to do
built-in
something, let me know.
suggestion.
Okay, suggest away.
So I'm gonna say, calm down. We're your friends. Help us, and we'll help you.
Okay, wisdom saving throw against what?
DC 13 on the helm.
Oh, with a 15.
I should have used my own spell slot.
You find the simplicity of this creature's mind is proving to be almost making it more resilient. It's not susceptible to suggestion because it doesn't understand suggestions. Or it's too
Well,
dumb
worth
to
a try.
grasp. It's
Alright, well, I'm
walking
gonna
along
keep
the ceiling
following.
at the moment. At the moment, it's above you, making its way back out into the center of the room. Oh, that's wrong. Let's say it's going that way.
Okay, if it gets there, is it fairly chill?
It's hanging out in the middle of the room again, except on the ceiling this time, in the same spot it was before, assessing its situation. It doesn't look like it's necessarily finished running, but it's taking a little assessment.
Okay. If it's stopped there, I'm tempted to try again. Like,
Yeah, go for it.
just use my spell slot. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll try suggesting it again. But like, dude, relax. We're on your side. And then I cast the spell and say the same things as before. Chill out. We're your friends. Help us and we'll help you.
With a natural 20, it runs away in this direction.
It's got -1 to the save, and it's fucking bombing it.
It says,
champion.
Guys, there's a really scared skeleton.
Oh,
It
we got
doesn't.
Zoidberg in here.
It doesn't want to be our friends.
It's not really surprising. Have you met us?
Also, Fleeb, you notice as you reach the place where you're standing, you notice the wall ahead of you at the end of this corridor has like a small seam to the side of it. So that would be the end of this corridor.
Right.
The skeleton on the ceiling
So
runs out of view.
Is there anything? Oh no, I can't see
On
it
the
now.
ceiling.
It's been on the ceiling the whole time. You get the sense it can run on the ceiling.
It just has a triangle head, though,
That
right? There's
changes
nothing
my
else.
view of what was going on.
It looks like a normal skeleton, other than its head, which is a giant triangular prism.
Hey, Caesar.
As in, does it not have a face properly?
No, it's just a giant triangular prism. You don't know how it's making that noise without a face, so it is a little confusing. Scramble, you got a question for Caesar?
Yeah, can Caesar walk on ceilings now? Hasn't he got some weird? What was your? You got a new. Your
I can walk
recent
on
level up. What
water
was yours, yeah?
surfaces and walls, but I haven't tried
Walls,
walking
okay.
on a ceiling before.
No. Is
Well,
that only
ceiling
for
is
a
just
move
a
action, though, or is
turned up
that,
wall.
is that for the duration of an action, or is that like?
No, it's just a passive. Look.
I mean, like, is it? What does it actually say? Does it say you can do it just freely, like you have a climb speed, or does it say like you can do a move across them as long as you stop somewhere? Let's have a look.
Another gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you're moving, you can do it.
So this thing is like an even higher level monk.
Yeah.
But you could walk up the wall, grab it, and pull it down.
Yeah.
Jump and grab it, to be honest. Simpler.
Well, whatever
Bounce.
suits you, I suppose. Use your stepladder and grab it. That's metal,
Yeah.
though, isn't it?
Oh,
Well, you're
yeah,
taller than me. Why don't you get on my step ladder and grab it?
Because I've got metal things on me that I don't want to lose.
Hey. Can I just want to walk up to the shield and have a look at it anyway. I presume that if I enter this room,
They call me Scramble, a keeper of the metals. Hand your metals to me.
I don't have any.
I'll say,
Well,
just to simplify this, you guys, now that you've seen how it behaves and you seem to have intuited how it works, I'll say that anyone that goes in there, unless they say otherwise, have stowed their metal items with someone outside the room or on the ground or in a bag or something, and you can let me know if that lowers your AC, etc., etc.
Let me check what I'm wearing.
Well,
think
I
I've
wouldn't.
got-
I put my step ladder down outside the room and just walk into the room towards the rusty shield.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's
'cause you
make
don't have
that.
armor.
Let's make that skeleton put its head against this shield.
You go up to the shield. You can make a check depending on what you want to find out. What do you want to find out?
Well, firstly, is it the thing causing people's metal objects to?
Make a Arcana check.
10.
Okay. With a 10, this isn't really your area of expertise, but
No.
you get the sense that because Jex struck the shield specifically, as opposed to the knight holding it, and all the rust gathered around the corners of this section of the chamber, you're pretty confident it's what's causing that effect.
So if I pick up the shield and move it around, does rust and stuff follow it?
You can try and remove the shield from the knight's grasp if you would like to.
I'll do that because I'm
okay.
a bit thick. But yeah.
Make an athletics check for me.
That's handy.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, you remove the shield and you notice that the rusted filings don't move, but you sort of, I mean, you don't have any metal on you, so you don't notice any difference, to be honest. You're just holding a shield.
Cool. Guys, it's a cool shield, but yeah.
Nice shield, Caesar.
Maybe we can. Hey, if that's a cool shield of rusting metal,
Yes.
What's making you say that?
Since I don't have any metal right now, maybe I should use that.
Dual shield it, dude.
Beyond the fact that our friend in the other room does have metal, and now quite a bit of it.
Well, exactly.
Oh,
What?
hello.
I mean, if he's got a load of metal and we need to take it off him,
Wait, are we talking about me?
What?
what are you? I thought you were talking
Oh,
about the
I'm
big
really
zombie.
lost about why this skeleton has all the metal.
No, not the
Skeleton
skeleton.
doesn't-
The big zombie thing.
Oh!
Big zombie thing. Oh.
Zombie had metal.
Sorry, yeah.
The zombie
Oh, it
was
was
like
had-
covered in armor, right? Like
zombie
made of
appeared to
armored
be-
corpses.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Ah.
It might do something to it, to be fair. Not a
Hello,
bad shout.
JC.
I was actually referring to Scramble, but nonetheless.
Hello.
I mean, maybe we
right.
try and take it with us if we can. Anyway, let's see what happens.
At the moment, I don't think taking it somewhere. I think trying to make sure that Scramble can get here without being attracted to it's the bigger what's name.
Scrammle's attracted to everything.
Yeah,
so-
Scrambles.
I have no further
Atch.
comments.
Look, if you want to, what do you have? What do you have that's metal? Scramble.
Me?
Yeah.
Like all of my not my bow. I have
I can
multiple
put your
swords.
weapons. I can put your weapons in the bag of holding if you want.
I assume arrows are technically metal tipped, so
If they're metal tipped arrows.
I don't know. I
It
don't
would
have. I don't
be.
Okay,
specifically have
just to
arrows on my
simplify
list.
the logistics of this, your arrows would be in a quiver, and therefore there is a piece of hide
nice.
between the metal things and the shield. So if there's something blocking it, like a piece of hide or a piece of leather or whatever, then it's only exposed metal things. That's why the scabbard was important. So if
Okay,
anyone's
so
wearing
as
metal
long as I,
armor,
like-
they're screwed. But if everything else
Unless
is
you're wearing a
stowed,
tabard over your armor.
yeah, exactly,
Is
then it would be
studded-
fine.
I have studded leather armor. Are the studs metal?
They would, but I'll say for the simplicity's purpose, they're embedded inside the leather.
Cool.
So we've reduced, but we're all good.
So if as long as I sheath all my weapons, I can.
Is there
walk
anything
in.
else down this corridor, or does it just end?
Fleeb noticed a seam at the end of the corridor. Other than that, it's a blank corridor.
Oh,
Okay, so as in a curtain seam.
No, a seam like in the rock itself.
okay.
Okay.
It'll open under the right conditions, presumably. Well,
Uh,
let's go across to the other side and see what's going on with this skeleton in this room.
Okay, but you guys are going in
Hop my
different
way.
directions. Let's say
the another player has got bored, so we are going north.
No.
we
You
can
look
do
at the
two things
theme.
at
I'm
once.
looking up this room. Yeah.
Fleeb is first alphabetically, so Fleeb, give me your immediate intentions, and then I'll jump over to Jax and jump across.
I cast Mage Hand and try to see if the rock can move without touching it effectively.
Cool. You push it open, and inside you see a chamber. And it has
Okay.
a stone sarcophagus on a dais, and it looks frighteningly reminiscent, well, not frighteningly, incredibly reminiscent of the room that was seen through the crystalline window at the beginning.
Okay. I close it again with the same hand.
Cool. And now that we know that information, Jax, you're in a room that I will now describe. And then I will jump across to the rest of our compadres. So, what you see is a large fountain crusted with moss rises in the middle of this circular room. 3 marble maidens stand in the fountain holding pitchers of water out, which water flows out of into the fountain. And you also see the triangle-headed skeleton guy just hanging out on the ceiling.
And these appear to be statues.
It's like a very ornate fountain that has been worked into the shape of three maidens holding water jugs, and the water from the fountain comes from their jugs.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice water feature. I wonder how they get it to flow.
You wonder aloud.
Magic.
I'll play a little tune. I'll go in. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, I'll step here.
Cool. So far, you seem unmolested, but let's cut over to the rest of the group. Caesar stands there holding a shield that he presumes has a sort of attractive ability, but is unable to test it. Scramble is holding an enormous pile of metal knickknacks, and Orvex is standing behind him going, "Oh, so it's going well so far, is it? I can't quite see."
Enormous pile. I got handed one short sword, which was my own in the first place. I'm gonna sheath all of my weapons and tentatively step into the room now that I have no metal showing, but I do take it slowly to check if I'm gonna get pulled along.
Okay, so you're wearing
Hold
leather
out the
armor.
shield and go.
I've got leather armor. All my weapons are sheathed.
Yeah,
I
think-
really like the idea of using
Yeah,
the
I
rust shield.
I
And
might
the
pull
one-
out a small knife to test the shield once I get close, but that's like a random knife that I got from the Adventurer's Pack, whatever it is.
Cool.
I really like the idea of using the rust shield and like the Wongo mace and just continually getting my mace stuck to my shield.
Okay, so two things happen. Firstly, Orvex comes past you, Scramble, seeming to judge that it's safe. However, he's foolishly only heard part of what you guys were discussing, and a metal sort of inkwell that he was holding out, about to take notes, flies out of his hand and smashes into rust on Caesar's shield. Then you take out your small, worthless dagger, and you need to make an athletics check.
Okay, I mean, having seen that, I don't really need to take out the dagger.
It happened at the same time. You didn't know that it was going to happen.
Okay,
And it's more hilarious if it happens this way.
that's fine. It was a worthless knife anyway.
But you
roll-
accidentally put it
gonna
inside
be
the
fun to
other
me.
side of your head.
You roll a 3, so you lose your grip on it, and Caesar, seeing a knife flying towards him, hurriedly shields himself with the shield. It goes, "Ah!" And it smashes into rust on the other side of the shield.
Oh no, what will I do without that butter knife, what I was carrying?
Oh, foolish me, I should have really put everything away. And he scurries to put the rest of his quills away. Orvex, that is.
It's just metal, dude, just metal.
Oh, okay.
Keep your clothes on.
All right. So,
I'm
now...
gonna put the shield. I'm gonna strap it to my back, but not actively use it.
Okay, this is fun. So I'm gonna do a little, because this is, I don't know, I feel like it just could be fun to carry around a metal attracting shield. So the things that you should notice about the shield as you picked it up, Caesar, is that it doesn't have the traditional leather loops on the back of the shield that would usually make it functional, because it's clearly been designed to be purely ornate. So you conclude that it would need a little bit of leather work to make it properly functional, but at the moment you can store it on your back.
Cool.
Not gonna
I
lie,
wasn't
dude,
gonna
I
use
think
it anyway.
this feels like more of a liability than a useful
Yeah,
thing.
I've won those situations where as soon as we get into combat, you're going to draw your weapons and immediately regret the fact that the shield exists.
I am
Luckily,
concerned
Caesar's
by
not
that.
really a weapon guy, but yeah,
Yeah, I
anyone
think-
Yeah,
else...
Caesar doesn't care. I
Yes.
don't care.
I care a lot.
do have cantrips. I can use cantrips.
I can just we kind of know the effective range of it, which is about 40 feet. So as long as I keep
quite a
40 feet
long
away
way.
from everybody,
Scramble can just make some stone-tipped arrows anyway.
What?
I have
Arrows
no
can
idea
have
what,
Okay.
like-
tips.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up to Phlebe and go, Phlebe. Can you have a closer look at this? This is clearly magical.
Cool,
Is there
okay,
any
well, okay,
way
okay,
that we can
Okay.
turn
While
it on
those
and off?
while those three go and look at the statue and try and faff around with the skeleton, I will spend 10 minutes doing identify on this shield.
Okay. You begin your ritual. You take out some pieces of parchment with some knowledge written on them, and I hope just rub them lovingly across your skin, but you can describe how the ritual actually works.
I immediately sort of realized that I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Like, you'd be amazed at how many sort of metallic components are inside the little pouch that contains my all of my different things that I can use to cast spells with. But nonetheless, I put it down. I put one sprig of garlic on one side, take out some small leaves, and then spit on the shield. and begin sort of creating this strange garlicky mixture over the top of the shield. So like, this looks very strange, but I assure you it works. It just takes a tiny bit longer.
Wait,
As-
what is your goal here?
I'm
Identify.
casting
Cast
identify.
I just
Oh,
wanted
right,
some
yeah,
flavor
Sorry,
text.
that makes sense. Yeah.
As
But
the
normally I'd use iron filings during identify, but of course that doesn't work.
as the culinary aromas fill the chamber, what does the rest of you do, or what do the rest of you do?
Am I drawn to this fountain in any way?
You can make an insight check. I mean, you don't technically need one. I just think it'd be fun.
Do it.
Oh yeah, you don't feel particularly drawn to it, other than the appealing craftsmanship. It's aesthetically pleasing.
That makes sense. I'm gonna.
However, you do suddenly, as you step closer, you hear Wongo's voice in your head say, drink it!
Oh, it's Wongo's voice. Okay, I do.
Okay. You need to please roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
Even
Who
the
is
skeleton
So many
on-
levels.
Is Wongo a nice
It wasn't
person?
drawing me in or forcing me to do anything.
Actually,
so...
wait a minute. Wongo spoke to you? Holy shit.
Even
I heard
the
his voice.
even the triangle-headed skeleton above you, Jax, looks on in curiosity as to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With a 4, you now need to roll 2d10 for me.
Okay. 5.
Okay.
Become level 5.
You gain 5 temporary hit points,
Oh.
and you feel suddenly more robust than you did before. Even though you're no longer comforted by the metal protections of the material world, you're suffused with a calm that aids you.
Ooh. Sweet. Nice one, Wongo. All right.
Good work!
I walk in at this point and be like, hey Jack, what's going on?
Is
Why are you
this in my
talking to
head?
yourself?
Is this in my head?
It's
The
in your
Wongo?
mind, yeah, it's in your mind.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Wongo, while you're here, what the hell is the deal with this idiot skeleton?
Wongo says to you, the head! The head is the key!
Sweet. I'm gonna try and yeah, he's giving me an idea. Let's see what I got to deal with it.
While you're doing that, the identify spell completes, and Orvex sort of hovers over you as it completes, saying, is this edible or magical?
Well, I've never tried eating it, but
You basically make garlic bread, right?
well, yes. So all the components of garlic bread, but without the bread.
Okay, so you've identified it as a shield of attraction. It has a range of 40 feet, and
Winky
it
face.
behaves exactly as you would expect it to now that you've come into the room and seen what happens. So if you've got any exposed metal that you are carrying or wearing, for example, armor or a sword, that requires you to make an athletics check to determine whether it attracts to the shield or not. If you succeed, you don't get pulled. If you fail, you do get pulled. If you do have other items that aren't being worn or carried that are made out of metal, like a mug dangling from your rucksack or something, that's instantly pulled and there's no check that results from it. And it will turn into rust. And you also notice that it benefits from the normal stats of a shield, which I think is +2 to AC or something. It's a one-handed shield, as they all are, and you do know that it will require some tinkering to attach the leather straps to make it functional as a shield.
Well, it requires some leather work, but as far as I can say, it isn't attunable. You don't have control over it. It just attracts metal. There's no way of turning it off. That's why I'm assuming was the comparison to this, because that wasn't mentioned. Interesting enough, I also can't find any caveats. So I kind of, Orvex, can you hand me that that scribbling you took of the thing outside of the obelisk? You know, you took a rubbing outside on the.
Oh yes, let me just find that for you.
I've opened it up personally, so I don't need you to tell me what it was. But that was the.
Nice.
So far, we've done the enemies opposed. One stands between them. We've done that. In darkness, it hides. I assume that's the face in which you put your hand in and it gets chopped off. The speak no truth or the doomed child. We've seen that. The key turns on the inside only. We've done that.
Oh, that thing. Right.
So
I do find
as
it
far-
very amusing that there's some writing on on a pedestal, and instead of writing it down, we have to take like a charcoal rubbing and work off that.
Well, that was just what we had. Don the mask or be seen. So I don't believe that's related to this thing. It doesn't have any acquaintances that dictate that if you were wearing something that were related to faces, that isn't how it's going to work. Which makes me guess it's either related to the place which Jex is in over there, or the place to the south of us.
As that's happening, we can rejoin Scramble joining the fountain room. And Caesar, if you want to do anything else just before we switch over, let me know.
No.
Okay, cool. You enter the room, Scramble, and you see a rosy-cheeked Jex looking heartier than before.
Hey, Jax,
And I'm shouting at the skeleton. As you come in, I'm now shouting at the skeleton to get down.
The skeleton runs away.
Okay, as it starts to run, I start playing some French music, and I go, do 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 do, run, 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 away you go, I turn you into escargot! And I cast polymorph on him.
Oh my god.
Try and turn him into a snail.
Wow. Okay.
We needed his head, apparently.
Does that
Well, yeah,
need a
he'll
check?
turn back. Yeah, he makes I think it's a wisdom save again. Boop, boop, boop. Let me just press this
As
button.
we know, he's phenomenal at wisdom saves.
He's had a good time of it. Spell save DC, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, against 16?
Yeah.
Oh, with a 1, he instantly turns into a snail, still stuck to the ceiling.
And we can't run away very well. We can get him.
How high is the ceiling?
I can tell you in 1 moment.
Thank you.
12 feet high.
It's a little
Okay.
bit taller
Hey,
than me.
Scramble, let me stand on your shoulders.
How tall are you?
Like 4 feet, but I can jump.
Alright.
Nice.
I'm like just over 5 feet, I think. I don't think I'm like.
Yeah, I
that
can
tall.
jump.
Okay, you get on his shoulders, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get him to try and like lift me up on his hands, and then I'll try and do a jump.
Okay,
and,
give me
lift and grab the snail.
give me an acrobatics or athletics check. It's not going to be difficult,
Hell
but
yeah.
you've got like 2 or 3 feet to cover. Oh yeah, you easily pluck it off the ceiling with no issue.
Yeah, especially with my armor gone, I'm now light on my
21
lighter than ever.
acrobatics. Yeah, you've like Goku with resistance training. You can suddenly just fly around the room.
All right, so I've got this
Nice
snail.
shot, bro.
I'm now gonna tie this snail up so that when it stops being polymorphed, it will be a tied up skeleton.
I mean, technically, the amount of rope it would take to tie up a snail would instantly be too small when it became a
I mean,
skeleton.
like, wrap big loops around the snail. It's not actually tying up the snail.
Okay, you're accounting for the extra size.
Yeah, I'm just like we're holding stuff around where this skeleton's gonna reappear so that it's not free to run away again.
Yeah, I
I've
like
got
it.
an idea about that skeleton though. Couldn't you put him in like one of the sarcophaguses? So when he turns back into a skeleton, he's in the sarcophagus.
Well, maybe, but I wanted to get his triangle head and like poke it into all the statues and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, we can try it.
That's the
If you think we
but
need
that's
him
the
for
thing
the.
after you capture him in the sarcophagus, but fine.
All right, well, let's give it a go then. I'll take the snail over. I'll be like, I got this snail. I was like, oh, good snail getting. Like, fine, we'll try putting the snail in. Okay.
How did you find a snail in here? There's no
I
plants
made
for
a
it to live
snail.
on.
I turned a skeleton into a snail. Now open this thing.
Oh my
Magic.
word.
I say.
I mean, that's a sarcophagus that we'd already looked at.
I'm starting looking for like the gap to
Oh,
see if
no,
I can.
no, wait. Don the mask will be seen. I think that must be the room.
What mask? What do I need? The triangle?
The inscription on the outside. We've seen the enemies opposed. We've done the one stands between them. In darkness of hides, we've seen that. Don the mask will be seen. Speak no truth for the doomed child. The key
Is
turns.
there a
to the
helmet
infidel
on
enemy.
this night?
I mean, you've got.
It
a
does
mask
have
with it, or
one,
is it?
but upon do you look at the statue of the knight more
I'll
closely?
come back out and be like, what is that thing about? Yeah, I'll come over and be like, can I take this guy's mask then?
It appears to be a more rudimentarily sculpted statue, so the helmet is actually part of the stonework itself rather
Yeah.
than a separate piece.
Okay.
I've got
Well, I
that
guess-
gold skull mask that is magical in literally no way.
Yeah, put it on and go in.
Do so away from the shield.
It's gold. That's a good point.
Gold can't rust.
I
mean, if you want me to go stand in this room, I will.
Fleep, just put the shield down somewhere. We can always come back for it.
Gold can't rust. It's basic chemistry, says Jax.
Also, in a magical
Who is a
universe, this
qualified
doesn't matter.
Says Jax, a chemist.
Alchemists have made gold out of dust, and they aren't made of the same fucking shit.
So Scramble puts on the gold mask that you found underneath the T-Rex's like cache.
Well, I make sure that the shield is not gonna out
Well,
of the. effect
Caesar's
of
in
the
a different
shield.
room at the moment, so you should be safe.
Sure. All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Now what?
You're in a corridor still. Do you go through?
Have a
Hold
look.
the shield out where I am just to see whether it makes Scramble fall backwards or not.
You hold it up to the stone wall in front of you?
No, just poke it round the corner, like here.
God.
Okay. You need to make an athletics check, Scramble.
Goodbye, gold mask.
Oh, yeah. You go
I'm
flying
expecting
across the
if
room.
it does do it though, can I move the shield away? Because it'll fly towards me, right? I
It
can
will,
move
yeah.
It away.
Yeah. You
I'm
can
expecting it.
into a stone wall instead.
you can move it away, but during that time he flew about 10 feet, and both he and
Can
Jex
I
take.
jump out of the way?
You can make
a
a dexterity saving throw, but Scramble takes 1 bludgeoning
that's
damage. Yeah, you
Soz, mate,
manage.
I was just checking it out. See
What
whether
the you asshole!
It's like the one bit of mischief that Caesar's ever done.
Right.
Oh man, we even worked it out. You piece of shit.
Hey man, I was just listening to Jack said that it wasn't going to get affected, but no, he was wrong.
I was on my face. I
Actually,
just got pulled backwards
has no
10 feet
idea.
by my face.
Jax does not have any idea about the reactivity series of elements.
Jesus
Or maybe he
Christ.
does. Maybe he's heard a song about it.
Oh God. Right. Okay.
Next time, when we get some weapon that drags loincloths around. All right, what's the plan? What the hell is the
Right.
plan? I put the
Okay,
mask
so-
on. What is going on?
Fleep opened a door in there. I don't know what he did. Fleep, what'd you do? Open the door.
I opened the door and I saw it was a way that we could get.
Yeah, but
through
what
it.
did you do?
Nothing.
How did you open the door if you did nothing?
You pushed it with Mage Hand.
I just pushed it.
I pushed it. Go push the door open.
Right, am I going with the snail or are we dealing with that later?
I've got the fail. You go first.
All right, fine. Since I work on the information I've got and walk up to this wall and
Right.
push it.
Okay. You push it. You see what you see on the map, which is a
Brilliant.
room with a sarcophagus on a step dais, and you
I
also
step
see.
inside.
You also see. Make a perception check, and I'll give
Oh,
you more.
sure.
I hop up
details.
onto Fleep's shoulders to look
Oh
over.
God.
18.
I'm not that heavy. I'm a halfling.
Oh yeah, and you've also got no armor as well, haven't you?
It's not real life when I do that, Paul.
18 on perception.
Okay.
This
18
is like
on
when you do it to
perception.
me.
This tomb has a vaulted ceiling, and it is overgrown with moss and creepers everywhere. A stone sarcophagus rests on a step dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, to the west, 2 large statues of bears grip a 5-foot diameter bronze disc, and it has these glaring bronze eyes on it. And you can see that the pupils in those bronze eyes are sort of darting around everywhere, sort of haphazardly. 6 desiccated corpses also slump on thrones in niches around the walls, indicated by the thrones on the map, or the chairs on the map. Each corpse
5?
wears a black mask made of papier-mâché and feathers. And you also see the arched crystal window to the east that you recognize as being the same one from the previous corridor that you entered this area beside.
So sorry, where are the corpses?
They are atop the
There's
these things,
right?
the chairs. That's what they're called.
Oh right, so there's one where he is right now as well.
Oh, is there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
Your icon's just on top of it.
Oh, right.
So
and-
it's
and
like a
they've all
hinged
got-
door. Yeah.
Or
they've all
maybe
got
then
masks on.
There's
in
masks,
these
yeah.
ones then instead of the.
Yeah, try putting one of
Gold
those on
ones.
as well, dude.
As well.
Well, you can wear more than one mask. They don't.
Or give one of them to me.
Might as well
mean-
stack them for safety. You don't do what you want. Fine, give me the mask.
I mean, what?
Oh,
Look, we
is
found
this-
this.
is this
We
where
found
the-
this gold one in like an underground cavern that we had no rights to find. Only found because a giant T-Rex opened it up for us. I'm putting on this other mask.
Okay,
Fair
give me
enough.
the gold one then.
No,
Come on, let me take the gold one.
no, I'm keeping this one.
Well, let me put it on.
You got the fact. You got your own mask. You got your own helmet
That's
to
not a mask.
deal with that,
That's a
that
helmet.
deal.
I can wear a mask over a helmet. Come on, dude. You
Absolutely
gotta
not.
have two.
Hey, dude, I've been really ungreedy so far, and I'm keeping this is worth dollars. I'm keeping it.
What an asshole.
I put on this other mask, and
Oh,
then
oh, oh.
like taking it from this corpse. Did you say?
Yes, it's like a withered, desiccated corpse.
Ugh. All right. Well,
You
sorry to disturb you, dude, but I'm gonna need this.
okay? You take the black mask with the feathers from it, and you do what with it?
Affix it to my own face.
Okay, you put it on your face. You're wearing a mask, and you look
Okay.
kind of like you're about to attend a masked ball.
Cool. All right. I step into the room.
You hear Orvex from the distance. Is everything going okay in there?
Well, nothing's gone wrong yet.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I want to keep my eyes on the eyes that are darting around on the silver disc, the bronze disc. Sorry.
Okay, as you continue to look at the bronze disc, the bronze pupils continue to, well, presumably pupils based on the way that they are drawn
Yeah.
or embossed, continue to frantically dart around.
I'm like, go. I flip over Flea's shoulders. Get me a mask, dude.
I know. I'm on it. Just chill. I'm gonna go and get this mask.
Okay, you retrieve it successfully.
I'm gonna go back with the one mask just to hand to someone so we can speed this process up.
Yeah, I'll put my helmet in the bag and I'll put the cool new mask on.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going in. Woohoo! Look at me, I'm some kind of blackbird. Ah!
All right, dude. Let's gather a couple more. I'm gonna go across to this one next.
I'm gonna go to this and open it.
Okay,
Let's get everyone a mask first, dude.
one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Scramble, as you go over to that particular corpse and pick up, you pick up the mask without issue, but you notice that behind that throne is a stone seam very similar to the one that you just went through.
Oh, okay. Like the one that I pushed to get at through this door.
Yeah, it seems very familiar to you. But before we resolve
Okay.
that, Jax, you push on the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
You push it, and it's quite heavy. You need to make an athletics check.
Yeah, I only want to try and push it a little bit, but yes.
Give me a little
will do
athletics
that.
check.
Let's do a little athletics check.
Okay.
Ooh.
With a 17, you successfully push it the little amount, I'm going to say
Yeah.
5.8 inches that you
Just
intend
enough to see and then potentially put a snail in there.
Okay. Inside of it, you see bones that appear to be animal bones and tons of dust.
Just a load of dust and some bones.
Well, you've only pushed it open very slightly, so you can only see a corner of its contents.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get the edge of this edge of this mace in there just to lever it open a bit more so I can see a bit more.
Drawing a
Okay.
little box there to remind
You-
me where the door is.
Lever it successfully, and you also see that there is a gold ring atop the dusty pile of bones.
Ooh. Yeah. Just Ooh.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh
I think
no.
I'm gonna take the ring.
I think I've worked something out. Oh fuck.
We're in Lord
Okay.
of the Rings now, boys.
No, not that. Oh shit. Okay.
You need to make a check, Jax. I'm just double checking the check that it is. Where's what I need here?
Have you worked something out in character or out of character, Paul?
Can you make a?
I'm gonna go with both, but I'm happy to do a roll for it.
Can you do a charisma saving throw, please, Jax?
Heck
Well, I mean,
yeah.
as long as it's based on in-game knowledge, then you've worked out
There
in
you go.
character.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
27.
Okay, so if you just
But
before
wait
you
for
go on,
this
Fleeb.
result first.
Okay, you feel another presence, Jax, fighting with the presence that is currently occupied by Wongo. You see, you feel this presence almost like pushing against your consciousness. Do you allow this consciousness in, or do you
Can I-
resist?
Can I get any sense of what it's doing? Like, is it offering me anything?
You can make an insight check.
Let's do that. 22.
Oh wow. Okay, with a 22. Okay. Let me just double check. You get a sense of. I just want to be absolutely sure because I've had to cross-reference this with like three different things. Yeah, that's correct. So therefore, what you feel is a nervous energy, but also intense focus and scrutiny.
Okay.
You feel. Yeah, I don't know if I can say more than that, but it's like
Yeah.
nervousness, but
I mean-
also intense focus.
Yeah. I mean, if it seems like it's gonna try to be helpful to me, then I'll probably let it in because.
Okay, in that case, you need to
Come
roll.
on in, I say. Come on in.
You need to roll a
The more, the merrier.
You need to roll a d20.
Okay.
Just roll.
6.
Okay, yeah. You feel a new presence in your mind, and the ring disappears into dust, and the dust swirls into the shape of a small bear-like creature that disappears inside of you, and then I will give you a handout.
How many of these things have we got so far?
3.
3.
We've got Wongo, we've got Moa, which is in my head, or within
Yeah.
me at least, and whoever this one is, which was a bear-like thing. If I go to the, if I
Look
go
at
to
this
the
man
little,
just trying to hoard all the
if I
gods.
go to the little, if I go to the little images, we had
I
we had
see,
loads
I
of
see.
little symbols, didn't we, on the puzzle cubes?
Also, the ring that you just saw disappear
which
into
one's a bear? I
dust,
see.
a different ring reappears on the bones of the interior of the sarcophagus. This one
Ooh.
is slightly shinier.
Yeah, grab that.
Cool.
Put it on.
You would be a seasoned enough adventurer to recognize this as a ring of protection.
Ooh.
What does
Is that
do?
plus 1 AC?
Plus 1 AC.
That's what it is. And it requires
Heck yeah.
attunement.
Okay.
Then you spend an hour hacking with
Yeah.
None
it.
of the gods are bears. We've got the list just up in the Discord chat.
Okay, so while Jack's
we're
dealing
in
with
my-
that,
No, I know. I don't know what it is, but it says what it is to me. So.
Yeah.
okay, so I think Scramble did a thing, Jax did a thing. Let's check if Fleeb, Caesar, or Vex want to do a thing before we circle back to Scramble, and he can decide what he wants to do with his thing. So, anyone? Fleeb, Caesar, Bueller?
Do you want to do something, Caesar, before I kind of have a bit of a spiel?
I mean,
or
now
have a
that
think?
everyone's in the room, I'll probably encroach a little bit more and get closer, but I'm just staying away.
Have you put the shield down? Are you walking closer with the shield?
I'm just walking close with the shield.
Oh God.
That's all I'm doing. It seems all good.
Okay.
The shield's a liability.
So I think so. I am compelled to tell the truth. I've already told you that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because you have to tell the truth.
Because yeah, I have to tell the truth. When you asked me what happened, I
Hey,
kind of
Scramble,
laughed.
you have to tell
because-
the truth.
So that has had an impact on me.
Fleeb, fuck.
That means that, but that's due to Moa's personality, I would guess. That means the other gods also impose some restriction of personality onto whoever
Well,
possesses them.
Well, that's a big assumption to make.
It is a big assumption to make, but I'm a wizard. I live on assumptions. So, on that idea, I suspect that every god will impose something upon you. They have a boon of some kind, but also have something that you have to contractually do with it. So I have to tell the truth.
You said one goes hella impulsive, and that's why Jax is just like.
Yeah,
opening sarcophagi.
it is quite difficult to notice when it was Jex the one that had it, but there's a chance, yes.
Hey, Jax, do you have
What?
to tell the truth?
No, I mean, I tell the truth anyway,
All right.
but I don't have to.
Do you did you feel compelled to open that sarcophagus?
What do you mean? I wanted to open it because it looked cool.
Even if we told you not to?
Well, you didn't tell me not to, did you?
I said to wait as you went towards it eagerly.
Well, you know, you could wait. Anyway, look, let's deal with this snail, okay? Come help me with this.
I'm gonna get everyone masks.
Okay, so Scramble, with sort of loosely in turn order, pretend turn order, come back to you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab these 2 masks over here so that everyone's got one, like the 2 in these 2 chairs, and then bring the 3 back to Fleeb so that he can distribute them amongst the other 3. That might take me a couple of turns, but that's the plan.
Oh yeah,
Grab these 2.
yeah, you can do that easily.
Yeah.
So this one still has a mask, but the rest of them I've picked up, and now here's 3 more masks, Fleeb. You know, you're a smart boy. I'll keep an eye on Jex.
My goal here is I want the sarcophagus open enough that we can put the snail in, but not open enough that the skeleton will get out, and then we can pull the triangle away from it.
Okay, sweet.
So if these guys are ready to help me do that, then we can use the sarcophagus as basically a cage.
Give the guys a sec to get their masks on.
Yeah.
I give the statue its shield back briefly, put the mask on, and come.
Maybe don't, because then it's facing the room. Could we just put it down so it's not facing?
Yeah,
the room?
that's what I mean. I put it
Just
in the
put
statue.
it in a bag. Just put it in.
I don't have
there's
the
metal
bag.
things in
You
a
have
bag.
the bag.
No.
Not in
Oh,
the bag.
any cloth. Just wrap it in cloth.
Yeah.
How the hell's that gonna work?
That's what we said.
Fine, okay, I wrap it in cloth and continue to walk towards you all.
He's now nudie because he's gone.
He used his loincloth to wrap the shield, and therefore
I've got
his
some cloth. I've got some
dangly
bolts of
bits are
cloth in the
everywhere.
bag.
Caesar refuses to accept your cloth and continues to be naked.
Yeah.
The shield down his pants.
Does the shield do anything when it's like covered in cloth? That's stupid if it's deactivated by that.
Based
Looks
on what I
great.
established previously, it is entirely deactivated by that.
That's
Really?
excellent if that's the case.
That's pretty. That means we can actually do something with it.
Yeah.
What? That is unreal. So I could just basically have like get a cloak, put it on my back.
Yeah.
I love that, like,
And then
of all
lift
the
the cloak
things
up and go,
happening in
"Ta-da!"
this dungeon, the thing
Yes.
that really shocks you is that you can deactivate a magical magnet with a piece of cloth.
Yeah. That's bullshit. But
Like,
okay.
like little
Things
people
are
trapped in a
rusting,
crystal
people are
skull.
dying, and it's bullshit that a piece of cloth turns off magic.
Well, it is. It just breaks my mind. Like, why is the cloth better than the shield?
It's not better. It's
Well,
just
it's
the shield
beating the
pays
shield's
attention to
power.
the shield. You know,
The seal just needs a direct line of sight to the metal,
Fine.
right?
For the first
So if
time
you
in
cover
20
its eyes,
years,
it
Caesar
can't
puts
see
a
it.
t-shirt on. So that he can come put a mask on. And
Okay.
just put it
Right.
in this
Okay.
room.
We're all masked and in the room.
all right, help me deal with this snail, guys.
Alright, what's the plan?
I'm gonna put the snail in there. It's gonna turn back into a weird-headed skeleton. We're gonna take its head.
Why?
Right.
Cause Wongo said that we need its head. It said the head is a key.
To where?
I don't know, but we want the key, right?
I turned to
Guess.
Fleeb. Just look at Fleeb, confused, like,
I
concerned
sort
and
of.
confused.
No,
I
okay,
sort
listen.
of-
Listen, we need to do this right, okay? So I'm gonna put this snail in. All of you need to know your roles, okay? You as well, Fleeb, come in here. Orvex, you, Caesar, you, Scramble, you. You're gonna help me deal with this snail, okay? We are gonna put the snail in there. We're gonna make sure that it's the right width. So I want everyone to check the edge here and make sure that it seems like the skeleton wouldn't get out, okay? Each one at a time. Fleeb, how does it look?
I do a roll for measuring skeleton head to size of
I'll
size of
say
hole assessment.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I go through everyone, just checking with everyone how they feel about it.
Yeah, you're confident that the size that the top of the sarcophagus is currently open by will be precisely the right amount to just have the head escape through.
Okay, Fleeb, you're the backup, okay? If this skeleton starts to get away, you do some magic to put it back in here. Whether that's holding
Right.
it down with magic hands or whatever. Caesar, you're going to be the muscle here. You're going to make sure the skeleton is held down and that me and Scramble have as much convenience as possible in removing this head, okay? And Orvex, you're going to be there with the knife looking for any, like, points of weakness or ready to close this sarcophagus again if we need to.
Okay, a knife. I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, and I'm going to jump between the tasks. I'm going to keep an eye on everything and make sure we're doing it all right. But I'm going to be focused on this triangle. We got that? Everyone, tell me the plan back. And I go around everyone and see what their idea of the plan is.
I hold the guy.
Good,
Remove the head.
good.
Ulvex says, I'll look for an opportunity with the knife to pry it.
Good. Fleep,
Back up.
All right, great. We're all ready. Okay. I'm gonna count down from 10. Okay. Then I'm gonna put the snail in. It's gonna turn. Okay. 10. 9.
I'd like to. Well, just
8.
I'm not saying anything to you guys. I just want to keep one eye on the eyes over here to see if they start looking at the skeleton when it reforms to a skeleton.
Okay.
4.
I'm trying to work out what the deal is.
3. Well, just to check, what were your rolls again? I go make everyone tell me their rolls again, and then start at 10 again.
I say 2.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, I put it in. I put it in the snail, and I end the spell.
Okay. You see the skeleton starts to like shuffle around confusedly inside the sarcophagus.
Okay. Let's execute plan.
Okay.
Okay. You can. I don't know. You've all got such different jobs, but you've basically put yourself in a very good situation. So let's say you roll with advantage checks on either, I say athletics. Just give me an advantage athletics check to like pry it off of the skeleton's spine.
I'll get Scramble to do that with inspiration because I'm more plan backup.
Okay, cool. In that case, Scramble, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, and
I
you've
was
got
really
inspiration
hoping that
if
you
need
were
it.
doing it, but if you're not gonna do it, I guess I will.
Yeah, I mean I've got. Yeah, well, I mean
Athletics was it?
my inspiration is better than the alternative.
Athletics.
Okay. I mean, I think both of our athletics are garbage. So.
Yeah. Well, we've got Strong Boy holding him down. So.
Oh, goodness gracious.
What's your inspiration? Is it gonna matter?
It's a D8.
Should I chuck it in?
Nah, just save it again. I mean, it's not like we can't try this again. You might just. Yeah.
So
Alright.
you're rolling
I don't know,
inspiration or
it
you're
might-
not?
I doubt it's gonna. I guess he's held down, so maybe it'll be enough if you just get a 4. I don't know. You can try it. It's up to you. Got more inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the 12, you
12.
managed to rip the triangular prism off of the spine, and you now have a triangular prism, and the skeleton's bones stop moving.
Great. Good work. All right. Now, next thing. I think we're all a bit tired. I'm a bit tired, so that's good enough. Let's find a place. Let's bed down. I mean, we could go back outside.
What? Why?
I feel like it, dude.
What? Why?
All right, fine. Let's not bed down then. What's the plan?
Where's this thing go? I was holding the triangular prism.
I don't know. What else?
You said the Wongo said it was the key. The key to
Yeah,
where?
so we'll find a keyhole later.
I suspect we still have to go lower down. I think, as far as we're aware, we've dealt with everything on this floor. Haven't we?
Well, what's this?
Uh,
I pointed towards the.
oh yeah, good
Massive
point. That was
think it's just a
that was the
death
mask
trap.
with darkness in it that you put your hand well, Jax put his hand in and it had a chew. It might leave there at some point, but it also might not.
I don't know how long torches last, but we did chuck a torch in front of it in
Yeah.
case the darkness was the thing.
Yeah, I left a torch running there. Torches usually last like a good number of hours. I don't know.
We've had
I
a few
mean,
short
unless
rests
you're,
in
like-
that time.
Desperate for health and spell slots. You've only been in this place for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I guess I'm just. Yeah, I've got a few spell slots left. Just seems like a risk that we don't need to take.
So what are we doing? Taking another short rest?
Don't think we need to take a short rest. We haven't. I haven't used
Oh
any
yeah, I
spell
don't need,
slots at all.
I need a short rest. I'd only benefit from a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. I've got these temporary hit points actually. That'll make it fine. Okay, let's go deal with that big boy then. Wait, Scramble. Sorry, I haven't seen this, but you noticed something there out of character. Are you
Oh, I
trying to do
had,
anything with
yeah.
that?
I forgot about that.
If not, we can just walk away. But
You could have legitimately completely forgotten about it.
I was deliberately marked a square on there so that I wouldn't forget about it, and then did anyway. Yeah, no,
I mean, I'm gonna
we-
ask in character anyway. Like, are we ready to go back, and do we have to deal with that big monster thing now?
There was well, we might not be done on this floor because, and I'll point to the where I saw the wall. It's like there's another, looks like a pushable wall over there. Here, let me show you. I'm gonna walk up to it and just push it, like like we pushed this one.
Okay. As you push it, you hear a grinding, scraping noise, and you notice a smell hit you in the face like rotten eggs, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex for smell. Okay.
The spell is just an indicator.
Okay,
22.
you save, and as you save, you notice a gout of fire erupts from beyond that doorway, pushing you onto your back, and you take 7 fire damage.
I believe. Oh wait. Oh whoops. I was meant to look at whichever one it is. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think if that's a dex save throw, I actually don't take any damage
Oh, because of evasion?
because of evasion.
Nice. You managed
I'm
to
a
step out of the
sneaky
way
rogue.
of the enormous gout of flames as you watch it maybe almost hit Fleep, but not quite.
Well, that was rude.
Ooh, that was risky. Shouldn't do
And
that.
beyond it, you see...
Glaring dex.
beyond it, you see a staircase. Did the staircase reveal itself?
Yes.
Yeah, a little
Yes.
bit. Is that going down?
Yes, down.
Yeah.
Oh, secret passages.
Secret tunnel.
Joy of joys.
Well, that looks good. We should have someone check it out.
Can we do that after a quick toilet break? Like 2 minutes.
Steve goes
Oh,
to poop in the
an
corner.
Alright, let's
the
take
toilet
a-
here and go for a quick wee.
Yeah, let's take a quick
the,
toilet break. I'll be
himself,
right
Sure.
back.
the little dwarf's room.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
What
it was very
would
quick
you
to
all
decide.
like to do?
Well, we're gonna send. Okay. Who feels ready to go have a look down there?
I mean, I'm the obvious choice, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have my armor anymore, so I don't think I should be leading the pack for now.
Yeah, I'll give this weird skeleton head key to Fleeb. And I'll,
Should I put it in a bag so it doesn't get disintegrated by stuff?
And I'll
What?
gently tiptoe.
Oh,
Yeah, let me put it in the bag of holding, because we've had things get disintegrated by stuff.
Is that triangle head key actually made of bone?
Yes, it is made of bone.
It's weird. Okay.
Like as a side effect, you are effectively wearing no armor at all, aren't you?
Yes, I'm unarmored.
Cool. Have a mage armor then.
Ooh,
Dope.
thanks, dude. That gives me 2 extra.
Effect-
2 extra
effectively-
AC.
Oh, are you on base? Are you on base 11 then?
Base 11 is base.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was base 10. There we go.
AC becomes 13 plus its dex mod. Oh my word, that would give me higher armor.
No,
But you are
because
you're wearing armor.
Yeah,
your
yeah,
base
yeah.
is your armor. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, if I took my armor off and you got that cast on me, I would have higher AC than I do currently with armor on.
Doesn't your armor
Really?
give you 13 plus, or is it 12 plus?
I was
I'm
about
pretty
to
sure
say,
it's
like,
13
leather
plus.
should do something more than that.
Because
'cause I'm on
leather
12.
is 12, right? And
I was 12 apparently. I've written 12 in the thing.
Oh, maybe
unless
it's-
I've got it wrong.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
But 12 is due to my dex, so.
Yeah, standard is 12, and then I get plus 5
Oh,
from
yeah,
dex.
so it is.
Oh wow. Okay, fair enough. Wow.
Well, oh, it's okay. Padded is the cheapest one, which is disadvantage on stealth. Then there's
Right.
leather, which upgrades without any AC.
Anyway, I've handed this key to Fleeve, and I'd like to start tiptoeing down this staircase to go and scout it out, and I'd like to do that sneakily, and I would roll stealth for you if you would like me to.
I would like you to. Oh, natural
20,
20.
baby! Alright.
Didn't hear him leave.
You vanish from view, and you see smoke sort of lingering around this little trickling stream of water that leads east and west. And the smoke is obviously the remnants of the explosion.
Okay.
You notice the water seems to be coming from the west and flowing east. As in the current itself. It's a very
Or
gentle
maybe armor
current.
class.
Right. Hang on, so it's flowing that way.
Yes.
Sorry, it is 10 plus dex, Paul. You're right. That is 3 extra for me.
Huh.
And make a perception check, please, Scramble.
Oh, I will.
Oh yeah. With a
dirty
20 perception check, you hear with your, I want to say human gnomish. What is your race again?
I'm a high elf.
High elf. With your high elf pointy.
Oh boy.
I have a gnomish background, but I am high elf.
Yeah, with your high elf pointy ears, you detect a combination of metal clinking and wooden sort of buffeting that you would associate with an object made of both metal and wood.
Okay,
coming
well, I hear that
coming
from-
from the west corridor.
Like, is it
Upstream,
safe down
okay.
there?
Yeah, seems to be.
With your
I'll call
20
back.
perception, you determine that it appears to be safe.
Yeah, seems to be just a stream.
Is it fast flowing?
No,
Very gentle.
Okay. I'll come down and have a look.
You guys are all
Oh.
still wearing masks, so you look like a ridiculous troupe of
Oh, yeah.
actors.
I think cool as hell. I think is the phrase. you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite. Is it relatively clear? What's it like?
There's
The
smoke on top of it
water-
from the explosion.
The water reminds
Smoke
you
on
of
the water.
a freshwater stream, which often tend to be quite brown and beige in nature, but it's not bad. It's just kind of average.
Okay.
I think I'll just go have a stroll on top of it.
Yeah.
Nice. You
Yeah.
successfully walk on top of it as per
Wait,
the
before you
description.
go,
of
Can
your
I
Before
see
you
any
go,
more stuff?
here.
Or
Yes.
Before you go, here, take this rope. Scramble if he shouts. You got to pull him back in because he might fall in.
All right, you gotta help me because I'm not very strong.
So okay, let's make sure. I'll make sure Fleeb and Orvex are lined up to help pull.
Do you have any light sources? Because it's not lit in here. I think there was a light source when you first entered, like a couple of sessions
Hey.
ago.
it's pretty dark in here. Has anyone got a light?
I
You can
hold
see
my
in the
hand
dark,
out. I pick a small pebble off the floor and I cast light.
Okay. That's 30 feet of light?
It is this. Nope. This.
Bomb.
20 foot and then additional dim light for 20 feet. Okay. So let's call it 40 feet for the moment. You
Yeah,
do
which
see...
doesn't make any difference at all for Caesar.
And then with the... Well, I'll say, Fleeb, do you come down to this area? Or are you up
Yeah,
the top of the
yeah.
stairs?
I'll just lob the stone. I'm otherwise happy to
Well,
progress
like-
into the water, but
Just
Yeah.
like for
Oh, you
thematic
love the stone.
reasons, because it says whilst moving. Do I have to keep on like treading?
Yeah, you can't stay still.
Just sort of just
Can't
like
stay still.
Well, you
right.
gently jumping up and down.
I'm doing star jumps.
Just pacing across the water.
You have to not stop on the water, but not. It's also not stop, as in like you get a turn of it. So you get like 6 seconds, and then you run and stand on a rock, and then you run for 6 seconds.
Oh right, okay.
It's not instant, I think is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. You're in an
Okay.
illuminated underground stream
So-
tunnel.
Follow the river or go back to the where we saw the big wasser face.
Well, obviously this is quite deep, so it
Is
might
it?
be quite risky there.
It
How do
is.
we know it's deep?
At a glance, I can tell it's deep.
The water is. Sorry, let me double check. No,
right,
it's
no,
not.
not-
It's about 1 foot deep.
It's quite deep. It's like waist height.
Wait, you're tall, 2
Yeah,
feet
yeah,
tall?
yeah. They seem quite small
I'm
for a
3
halfway.
feet tall, but at a glance from up here, it looks about waist height.
I'm
Your,
gonna
height, your
walk
height is all over the place. Isn't it?
downstream
You
a
were
little
4
bit.
feet
I
earlier.
just looked it up. And it's I'm 2'9" or 3 foot in heels.
Ah, nice. Good ref. Good ref.
You walk further. Are you carrying the pebble, I presume, Caesar?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the stream continues.
I will follow.
You waiting?
Yep, I'm waiting.
I'm
Yeah.
Is it fine? Like after a couple of minutes? Sorry, not a couple of minutes, but you're not
just
getting
going
bitten
back,
by
like,
anything.
it seems pretty good unless.
Yeah, but I mean, Fleep started wading in, so I'm gonna be like, you're not getting bit by anything or like poisoned on the legs.
I mean, there's a couple of
burned away.
mosquitoes, but
Coming in, Jax. The water's fine, and we know all about mosquitoes. Massive.
Everybody
Alright,
make
alright,
a
I'll follow on
perception
here.
check except for Scramble.
Everyone to make a perception check, except for the people who are scared of massive stinks.
I've already made a perception check.
Yeah, except for Scramble. yeah.
Perception.
Yeah,
25.
so that's why you asked. Oh,
wow.
I guess some people did better.
Okay, so Caesar and Fleeb, you hear again sort of like swinging metal sound, like the clinking of a chain, and then occasionally the sound of wood hitting stone coming from the west. From the east, you hear nothing but trickling water.
So we're moving away from that sound.
Yes, it's getting fainter as you move towards that direction, but you heard it when you came down from the stairs.
Oh. Should we head towards the clinking noise?
Yeah, I mean, I completely forgot about that sound. So
Yeah, okay.
Interested in it,
Let's
sure.
U-turn. The other way.
can I see any like light or anything over here?
Oh yeah. Are
When
we going under the grate?
When you get to that point, yes, you do see up into the grate that you looked down in previously.
Yeah. Is there anything like this side, or should we just do a U-turn and go back to the other side?
If you go far enough to look up into that grate, then you would see that the stream continues.
Let's just pretend that someone reminded us about the sound, and
Should we?
Well, we can just
should we
go
go and
look.
see what that was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go a quick look. I
So
imagine it's just
yeah. Caesar, you go first, and then we'll look.
Two roads
I mean, there's
diverged
no actual
in a
benefit
yellow
of me
wood.
going first because it's only a foot deep. But
Yeah, I love the. I think it's quite funny. Just if you're playing strictly by the turn, that like every 6 seconds you have to stop, put one leg in down to the ground, and then hop back up.
or one really deep wet foot.
Yeah, you have one. You like roll your trousers up on one leg if you're wearing trousers.
Okay, so
Which is not canonically.
you reach this chamber, and water pours from cracks and seams in the rough walls of the cavern to the west. The floor is a muddy brownish pool that seems to be flushing into the tunnel beyond that you just walked through. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling.
Like, hold on, everyone. Let's be careful with this.
Yeah.
We don't want to just go opening chests willy-nilly.
Yeah. Good advice, Jax.
Everyone's so suspicious.
I'm just looking
And not
at him.
even of the chest. They're suspicious of Jax being sensible.
This dangling from the ceiling.
It is dangling from the ceiling, that is correct.
What's
So
it?
how high up is it?
Yeah.
It is about 1 foot above the surface of the water. And
Okay.
it's from the ceiling about 6 foot from the ceiling. On
Cool,
6
yeah,
foot
above the
chains.
wall. Was
Okay,
the
I'm
key
gonna-
number.
I'm going to, just to be safe, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on this chest.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Would you like
Check
the
for
text
traps.
of that? Here you go.
No issue not to. I would guess.
Let me just read this. Choose one creature. Any spell of 3rd level or lower. For each spell of 4th level or higher. Using your spellcasting. Okay, so make an ability check with your spellcasting ability.
Okay.
And I'll tell you whether you make the check.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
natural 20.
Yeah. With a natural 20, you feel a releasing of magical arcane tension in the air.
Ooh. I'm like, okay, guys. I just because I did that with a little song and a dance and a big sweep.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, guys, I think that solved it. So,
Well, let me check for traps as well, dude.
yeah, okay, have a look. Caesar,
will.
can you help me up?
I'll go up to
The
it
edge,
and
yeah.
have a look for.
It's only a foot above the water, though, isn't it?
That's but that's at my shoulder height.
As you go up to it, Scramble, you see that there is a lock on the front of it in the shape of a sort of demon's face screaming, and the keyhole is inside the mouth, and around the keyhole is written in common, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
I crack my knuckles.
Oh, dearie me.
What did it say? Sorry, I devour.
all
but the greatest thieves.
thieves.
Oh, well, I mean, hopefully it won't do anything now. Cause
I crack my knuckles, pull out my thieves' tools, and go, "Let's go, baby."
Okay.
And then it just pops open. I imagine it would be quite funny.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Yeah, I mean, it's so disappointing that you rolled so well when you put your thieves' tools in, and you know immediately that it's unlocked anyway, and it would just.
I make a big show of it anyway.
Yeah, make a deception check.
You rattle around a bit.
Oh yeah, with a
pretty
17,
good.
you make a pretty good job of showing. Oh yeah, with a Jax, you know that it was already open.
Oh.
I mean, I'm only checking that because I did the dispel, so I had an inkling.
Cool. All right. Inside the chest, you see heavy lead lining, as well as 300 gold pieces, and a gold tankard embossed with a sad face. And
Like a drama sad face, or like an emoji sad face.
more like the mask of drama, like happy and sad drama faces.
Yeah.
And then a stoppered bone tube.
A what? Stoppered bone? Sorry, I don't.
It's
A
potion.
tube
Like
made
a-
of bone
like-
with a cork stopper in it.
Ah, right,
Bone,
sorry.
it's
So
a
it's just
bone
like a-
potion.
Yeah, but
Huh.
like,
Right.
do you want to hand me the potion?
Yeah,
Alright,
Philippe,
let's-
this seems like your jam. This tankard seems like Jex's jam, and this gold seems like my jam. Fair deal?
Heck yeah, I'll check out this tankard.
Aww.
Do you-
I'll just take
Oh.
the chest itself.
These are-
It's really heavy, right? I'll just throw it at someone. It's deadlined.
Brilliant. Yeah, good idea. Don't tell Orvex about this.
I tentatively take off the stopper.
Okay, nothing happens. Inside, you see a rolled scroll.
Ooh. He immediately up tips it and grabs the scroll.
Okay, you have what you're fairly confident is a spell scroll.
Amazing. Well, I will put it back in the tube, and when we do a long rest, I'll put it into my book.
Sweet. Because that's
I
how
won't do that
scrolls
now,
work
'cause-
for a wizard, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can spend some money and time doing that, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to spend money, don't I? I don't know how much money it is.
No, we can look it up on.
25.
You can pay
gold,
me
isn't it?
some money and I'll be
I
out.
think it scales with the level of the spell, but
Well, I might have to have an
Again, I'll help you out.
IOU.
Wait,
Okay.
I mean, Caesar, you could just ask for your share. I'm saying it's out of character. It's very reasonable to do so. Jax is just happy because he's just been handed this cool gold tankard, and he's just like, yeah.
I mean,
I'll
like,
take that.
Scrabble literally handed it to you.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it does. I don't care.
I don't know what it does either, but you could see. You also know he's just taken. He's just
I
reached
just
into a
divvied
huge.
up. I just divvied up the
Yeah,
items in
but
the
there is a
chest to
huge
the
mound
people
of
that I
gold
thought
loose
were
in a
most
chest.
fairly most
Yeah.
appreciate each item.
I love that you just sit there for like the next 5 minutes scooping this gold into a bag, and Caesar's just sitting in the corner looking forlornly like a puppy.
Aw.
Everybody make an Arcana check.
I mean, I'll hand Caesar my set of common clothes so he has some trousers.
He's like, what do I
Was
do
that
with
in the
these?
chest too? Wow.
Yeah, dude, it even had your
They're a bit-
name on it. I didn't.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't.
Oh wow, well done, Scramble. You beat me.
Okay, so I'll say Fleeb, because he's a little distracted by the scroll, only takes a glance at the tankard, but is able to recognize its arcane properties due to his wizardly background, whereas Scramble really scrutinizes it before he hands it over to Jax, and you both realize that it is a Cheers tankard. They were quite popular a little while ago, and when you pour alcohol in them, the sad face turns into a smiley face.
Aw.
This, yeah.
Most whimsical use of magic you can come
It's
up
also on the back of it when it's full of alcohol, it gets the text Cheers and plays the Cheers theme tune.
Where
Hey, Jax.
everybody knows your name.
Hey Jax, when we get a break, you should have a bear with that. I say.
Oh, that. Yeah, presuming that it's not. I don't want to like drink and adventure, but
Drink
if we're
and
getting a good
dungeoneer.
break in.
when we
Drink
can
and
rest down for the
dungeoneer.
night, right? When we rest down for the night, one beer won't hurt.
Should we head down the other where this passage flows?
Drink and delve. That's it. I don't want to drink and delve.
Nice one. Let's have good shout, Philippe.
Literally, that's what happens with Jex as well. He just pauses. He said, "Drink an adventure," and then pauses for a moment, and then comes back with, "Drink and delve, drink
Should
and
we
delve."
go down the other drink and delve? Don't want to.
So has that 300 gold actually been divvied, or
What?
Not at the moment.
What are you talking about?
You watched him put it in a bag and put it in his back pocket.
It would have taken quite
I'll be
a few
honest.
scoops as well.
I'm keeping.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah? So
I'm
Caesar's
gonna
never
keep
seen
it
a
for
shopping shop
safekeeping.
anyway, so doesn't get what money is.
I mean, you come from a place with money, right?
Nah.
I've employed you. What have I offered you?
Hey, if you want my set of common
Oh
clothes, you
no,
can
I
have it,
remember
Gav.
now. I remember. I offered
it.
you. I offered you the chances to wrestle amazing things to
Oh,
protect
yeah.
me.
Yeah, Caesar's that materialistic.
But
with that.
no, you do know what money is, even if you don't care that much about it, because a lot of your prize fights were for money. That's why people were fighting against you, right?
even if you donated the money to a stepbladder.
I mean, even if you weren't
Cause.
in it for the money, other people were.
You see
Everyone's
Orvex
breaking
comes
up
round
me.
the corner, poking his head, saying, "Is everybody still
Hey.
alive?"
Yep. Just some.
No, no. Caesar died.
Caesar, he was my favorite. Oh, you're there.
Pranked him. Now
There's no
everyone-
way he could die after wrestling that T-Rex. It's just unthinkable.
And unthinkable it is. Let's go back the other way now.
You were in like prize fights, so you might not have been fighting for money, but other people were, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
You
again,
don't
I
have
don't
to,
care
like,
whether
want it,
Scramble
yeah.
has all that money or not.
Yeah, fair.
I presume, Scramble, you're keeping that money for me for later, right?
Yeah, I'm looking after it. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
Cool, alright.
the scene just comes up where, like, if we're ever at a restaurant and someone has to pay, you're like, "Oh, Scramble, you took all that money which we found together."
Yeah, thanks.
You should
thanks
pay.
for buying.
And I'll be like, what are you talking about?
As
don't
everyone
remember
turns
that.
and looks at you.
I don't remember that. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll pay when I get back. Just leave through the bathroom window.
All right, let's carry on down the.
I actually,
Although,
my
yeah,
other
you
tool
would-
proficiency is a disguise kit, so I could go to the toilet and disguise
But
myself.
here's the thing, wouldn't you be happy spending money for food? Because you're more of a thief of food than money, right?
That is true, actually. So as long as like it wasn't extortionate amounts, I probably would be happy to pay for a meal.
That's the only thing that he's ever going to pay for.
Cool.
So it's
Like
not so much
I'm a thief by necessity.
yeah,
not
he's
a thief by
food
desire.
motivated, not money motivated.
Yeah.
Let me
that's
know
true.
with your icons where you would like to venture to.
Are we going through the other side of this
Do you want to
river?
see the river, or do we
Yeah.
want to just head
Yeah.
down the stairs?
I presume that this way is just closed.
There's a
exit.
waterfall, right? That's a
It's
waterfall.
it's water coming out of the cracks and seams of the rock. It's not a passageway.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You can examine it more
Carry
closely if you want to, but that's what you see
You
from
could
there.
make it a passageway, but
I
it would
could
take a
turn
hell
someone
of a long
into a snail if they wanted to try and crawl through.
time. You have gaseous form, or was that something else you would?
No, that was when I was my other character does.
Ah,
My
right.
backup
your backup
character does. He also has vision in darkness, so like.
All
we
right,
can get
got a
him to come in
metagame. We've got a metagame real fast to kill. So we got to kill Jax so that we can
No, we
become
just
gas
have
to go through
We
these
just have to go talk to Rasnisi and be like, "Hey, can I rest here while you send the other
someone else.
the other Yanti in for a go?"
Cool.
Right.
Are we heading back up this
Let's
river then, boys?
yeah. Let's go the other way.
Caesar lead the way.
Oh,
With
yeah,
my
'cause
trusty lit up pebble.
Caesar, Scramble, Jex, Flea, whatever.
I mean, I could be as back as far as you want, so I got dark vision.
Oh, I'm on top of it, and I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just going to presume the way the icons are arranged is your marching order. So if you're particularly concerned about being in one place, just try to hold that position so I can
Yeah,
monitor it.
Let's think about it now. But
I think I'm taking the middle now, making sure that we all go safely.
Okay. I'm happy to be at the back so that when I need to do a lightning bolt, I have to go through all of you before I get to you.
Smart,
plan.
smart.
Love it.
That's all right. I get like evasion on dex checks.
just shout duck.
Quack.
and Jex just doesn't move. But
Jax just goes whack.
I just turn you
Well-
into a duck reactively.
Whilst we're
Spin
going
around.
down this underground stream, I presume, just keeping an ear out for any noises that we're coming up to. But
Okay.
apart from that, we're just plodding along.
I'll say, I mean, You have a pretty good passive perception. I'll let you know if anything happens, but if you want to make an active check, just let me know what you're looking for.
I don't know what I'm looking for, so just keep going.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Cool.
passive probably do.
I'm just playing some sneaky doom doom doo 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 doom doo 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 doom. Dig through the ditches and burn.
Cool. You continue to go down the stream.
Yep.
It continues. You hear the plip plop of your footsteps in 1 foot of water.
Chabs,
This
is
is
this
a
going
long
anywhere?
stream.
Like,
Well,
as lovely as this is, I'm soggy.
It is feeling a bit suspect now, isn't it? I wonder if this was another entrance.
To where?
Well,
What,
we
to the
did.
temple
That we're
in?
in.
Yes, in. But yeah,
Well,
it
we'll
does seem
find
a
out
bit.
in a minute, I
It does seem a
suppose.
bit suspect, doesn't it? Well, yeah. Well, I suppose we'll either find the outside or
Or the inside.
or we get yes,
or a Hydra.
or we're just in
We just
general having wet
End
feet.
up back in Rasnisi's hall.
Just like, hello.
Everything pretty like nondescript. We're just in an underground cave at the moment. There's nothing. What is going on? We're gonna end up here.
What an excellent wild goose chase this is.
Oh, I'm gonna put my. I'm gonna, hold on,
wait,
guys,
wait.
wait. I've just realised. I take off my mask and put back on the helm of telepathy and try and look ahead as we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
cool.
Okay.
I'm keeping this mask on. It's hella cool.
You come to this part of the stream, and you see a staircase leading upwards, and then the stream continues ahead of you.
Thank God for that. Get on the stairs.
You do what now?
I just jump onto the stairs.
Okay. You come to a seemingly blank wall, which your internal reasoning would lead you to believe is roughly where the skull in a glass box was.
Oh. Well, should we look the other way and see if there's another thing? Because
Yeah.
all right, let's keep going.
Like I
Caesar, get back here.
don't think we're gonna find anything else further down
Oh, we might
down,
as well
down
have a
the
look.
stream.
Well, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Well,
might as well, I
imagine if we
suppose.
had come the other way and you said that when we got to the other staircase.
Well,
we
we
know
haven't
that
been in that room yet,
This
but yeah,
temple
yeah.
is interconnected by this river, so yeah, we might as well go in.
Yeah, it's like we've gotta follow the routine.
Okay.
Gotta explore every inch of the map. Gotta
You
find all the
come
loot.
to a waterfall and a large hole with a ledge on the other side of it, and I will give you slightly more detail. The underground river plunges down into a dark, gloomy, rocky chasm. Cold air swells up from below, like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on a ledge opposite you.
Ooh. Okay, let's do this the right way. Let's give the rope to Caesar. You guys are still holding the rope. We still got the rope. Caesar can run around the wall too there, and then we can have a nice rope if anyone else needs to get to it.
Yep.
I love the idea that you're hoping to end up with a rope. And then we'll have a nice rope.
We'll have a rope. Yeah.
Before, when we've been in water, we needed a rope. I'm getting like
I mean-
deja vu from this.
Do you want to cast Dispel Magic on this thing again?
Yeah, I guess that's the prudent procedure. I'll dispel magic on the. Let me just check the range on that. Yeah, it's really plenty far. So you guys are all holding the rope there. I'll dispel magic on the chest.
Just run around the wall.
Do I need to make a check?
Which I presume is a vertical surface, and I can do that.
What's the description of your running again? You can run on walls?
Vertical surfaces.
Yeah, he can't run on ceilings, but he
Water.
can run on walls and water surfaces.
Yeah, that's fine then. You can run across easily.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a vertical surface.
Yeah. We should probably have Fleeb, can you see if there's any magic on that thing over there?
I could
See if
try
it's
just
worth
doing
me
an
dispelling.
arcane. I could try doing an arcane check, but won't be able to do anything else at this range.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. I didn't resolve the dispel magic.
I was gonna get Fleeb to check it first to see if he got anything.
Oh, okay. You can
Do
make
I have
an
to do
Arcana
it?
check.
Do I have a magical read?
With an 18 Arcana check, it doesn't appear to be arcane in nature from this vantage point. You don't see any telltale runes or inscriptions. And then you mutter that out loud, and Orvex says, "Inscriptions? Where?"
There aren't any.
Oh,
I suddenly realized I had to tell the truth. I couldn't lie.
Nice.
Okay, well, he says there's no magic there. Can you open it?
Green to open. Let's kick it open.
Okay. You immediately feel your hand stuck to the chest and bite down on your hand. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Oh no!
Hilarious.
Mimic.
Okay. First to react is Professor Fleeb, unsurprisingly.
Do we want to pop this thing, as in I could try and banish it, and then we just leave?
Don't waste it. Look, I'll get him back. I'll get the guy back. He can come and protect us. It's fine.
What?
I'll get the guy back. He can come protect us. It's fine. Don't waste. Look, we might need that banishment. Now's not the time for it. Just ready the banishment if you need to.
Or do damage,
Nah, don't worry about it. We got this under control. Ready the banishment.
Right.
If it's gonna take a turn, you banish it. But
Okay. I effectively move my turn order to be. Let's put me as after Caesar to cast. Effectively, if whatever Jex doesn't work, I cast banishment.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That means it's Scrammel's turn. You're holding your action, Fleeb. So, Scrammel, what would you like to do?
I would like to shoot it with my longbow.
Okay, go for it.
That seems
Shoot
reasonable.
the monk.
28.
Caesar's not held by this thing, right?
He very much is.
Okay.
He is grappled by it.
Oh, okay. So let me just check.
Grappled.
I'm gonna roll my
Because it's
damage.
bitten down on your hand, basically. Yeah, roll
it's
damage,
bitten-
28
right,
hits.
And since it is within 5 feet of an ally of mine or an enemy of it, I get sneak attack still.
Nice. That's 30.
So that's 30 damage.
30.
Okay.
Okay, this thing starts to
who
look
knows?
splintered on all sides of its mouthy, chesty form. What was that, Jax?
I'll see what happens. Who knows?
Yeah. After all this chat between the two spellcasters, I just look at you guys like, we could just kill it.
Also, the arrow from the longbow makes a satisfying thunk as it splinters most of the wooden boards of the chest creature. Is that the end of your
Just
turn,
that
Scramble?
chunk. Yeah, I think so. I could hide with cunning action, but I don't know where there is to hide. So nah, that's fine.
It'll be
You
tricky.
just dive under the water.
I could do.
Cool.
I'm not sure I'd need it, but no, it'll be fine.
Next up is Jex's turn.
Okay, I start shouting like a monkey. Oh, 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 oh. I focus all of my thought into this treasure chest mimic, and it has to make a DC 16 Wisdom save, please.
Okay. It gets a 9, so it fails.
It is stunned until the end of its next turn,
Okay, so...
and then Caesar will be inspired by my monkey ravings.
Okay, cool. You're inspired, Caesar. So it fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Yeah, so I'm like, get out of here! Come back over here, Caesar. You'll be fine.
Okay, that happens, so I'm going to put a little status. Did Philippe want to say something?
No. I just wasn't what I was expecting. That's all.
Okay, so I'm going to put this little thing there to remind me. Awesome. That means next up is Orvex's turn. Orvex is saying, so we're shooting it with bolts? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah,
Whatever.
shoot it.
Okay, yes, sir. So that's going to be a... where is it? He takes out his little hand crossbow, and I believe a 10 is not going to cut it, but let me double check.
He probably has advantage if it's stunned, but I'm not totally
you're
sure
right.
about that.
He does, but actually, yeah, he does. With his 13, he manages to hit, and he gets to add sneak attack as well. So that's going to be...
Oh yeah, you're no longer grappled, Dan,
Oh,
because of stun?
because he's incapacitated. Yeah, stun incapacitates. So.
Nice, okay. You feel your hand ungrappled.
Nice.
I'm not going to give you the inspiration then. I'm going to keep it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I thought you were
that
going to have to break
means
out.
10 piercing damage from this bolt hitting the side of this creature that's starting to look a bit messed up. And Orvex says, yes! And pumps his arm. And that is the end of Orvex's turn. So it is going to be the Mimic's turn. So the Mimic is going to try to...
It doesn't do anything, right?
Oh, yeah, because it's stunned. So that means it's incapacitated. So that means it can't take actions or reactions. Okay, so until the start of which turn?
It will be unstunned at the end of its turn.
Okay, that's the end of its turn. Caesar's turn.
Is it? I've never really encountered a mimic before, but is it the size of a chest? So can you pick it up?
100% you could.
Yeah, but you could just disengage and run away from it. We could just leave it alone.
Why?
Well, because we're not going to get anything from it.
Well, I don't.
If you're going to have this conversation, you need to.
Okay,
if
do
you're gonna,
your thing. Do you?
Well, I'm just gonna lift it up and start smacking it on the floor.
If you're going to have this conversation, you've got to have it yelled across a 20-meter foot chasm.
No, I mean, I don't.
We can have this conversation. Hey, what's the deal with mimics? What?
Yeah,
I said, what's the deal? What?
Yeah, no, I like stunned the thing.
I can't hear you over the water.
Caesar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do an unarmed attack.
What? I can't. What?
Cool.
Theming, I'm just gonna smash and get up and down on the floor. Right to hit.
Okay, so with a 14, you hit, and your hand is immediately stuck to the outside of the surface.
Again, fuck me.
It's sticky as well as being able to bite you. It's just incredibly sticky, but you still get to roll damage from the strike.
Cool.
Flurry of blows, you only get one other attack. Because your hand gets stuck immediately.
His face smacks into the front.
Okay, it splinters a couple more.
With limbs and his face, yeah, but then eventually, all of his hands and feet and face are just attached to this thing.
You splinter a few more wooden boards. It's starting to look on its last legs, but not dead yet. Would you like to do something with your remaining free fist?
It's attached to me now, though. So if I just move the hand that is attached, and slam it against the wall,
potentially, yes.
I'm going to do that instead. I'm not going to touch it again. I'm just going to pummel it into the ground.
Assuming you can lift your arm that's stuck to it. Who knows how?
Can I lift my arm that's stuck to it?
Okay. If you're going to try to slam it against the wall, is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a athletics check. Although, it's not stunned anymore, so you don't get advantage on it. Okay, so give me an athletic. Oh, yeah, with 25, you slam it against the wall, and I'll say you can roll unarmed strike damage, because it would be pretty much the same thing. Okay, yeah, 7 bludgeoning damage. This thing is looking very messed up. It's mostly splinters at this point. You struggle to find an unsplintered plank of wood. And it makes a sound like...
I spend a key point to just continue doing a flurry of blows and keep on smacking it against the wall.
Okay, go for it. Well, no, you need to do another athletics check, because that's sort of replacing your attack.
Yep.
With a 12, I'll say that is successful. So you can roll that. Is that the 5 you already rolled?
It was the 5, yeah.
Okay, cool. So this thing is on its last legs. It looks near death.
Okay, and then the final flurry of blows.
Yeah, how do you want to destroy it?
I presume it just turns into splint. What even is in a mimic? I don't know, but it's being splattered against the wall, whatever it is.
A tongue of teeth.
Usually treasure.
No, not in D&D.
Oh, not in D&D.
I've had this argument in the custom magic.
Why am I not surprised that you've had an argument on the internet
custom
with someone
magic
about
D&D mimics?
And everyone had a go at me because I didn't make it drop treasure when it died. It's not a treasure chest, it's a predator.
Yeah.
It looks like a treasure chest to lure people in. It is not treasure.
I like splintered pieces of its outer shell. It might to my hand, or when it dies, will it just
when it died? It initially splinters, but then as soon as you deal the final blow, it reverts to this black amorphous goo and just slops onto the ground. Congratulations, you've defeated the mimic.
Yay! No, you killed another piece of beautiful wildlife. You could have just walked away.
I've never heard someone describe a mimic as wildlife.
I mean, it's got horrible.
I'm proud of
features.
you, Caesar.
I'm coming back. That was disappointing.
I'm also proud of that decision.
Whee!
Right. As much as I could cast Featherfall, I haven't learnt it today, and I don't feel that going
Oh, we've
down
got a
into the
rope.
dark hole of a water feet. Should we take the stairs or go down a waterfall?
Oh wait.
What are
Before,
our thoughts?
well, you've got a rock with a light on it, right?
Yes, we're
Let's
going
tie
to drop
that
it down
to
the
end
hole.
let's tie it to the end of the rope and lower it and see if we see anything. Or we can just drop it down. Yeah.
Just throw it. Yeah, we don't need it.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah,
It's fine.
blob.
Oh.
See if
Yeah,
we
okay.
tell how deep
So
it is based
you're
on how long
throwing-
it takes to.
A lit
throwing,
rock.
you're throwing the light rock down, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see tunnel, and then you hear sploosh, and you see illuminated some like gently churning water, kind of similar to the waterfall next to the chest that you were in at the other end of this river.
Could we tell how deep it was, roughly?
From where you are, you're unable to. I mean, actually, with the light disappearing down, you would estimate not particularly deep,
Not
but
deep.
it's really pretty hard to tell from here.
Yeah.
We know that there's at least another way down, but it is near some spooky things. Or we can.
Well,
just
should we
take
go
it
check out the
and then
spooky
drop
guy?
into the darkness.
You also notice. Sorry, let me clarify because it's hard to describe a rock falling in this game, but it falls for a substantial amount of time. Like
Rock falls, we die.
Okay, so
Oh.
1
make
second,
make a survival
2
check.
seconds.
Make a survival
hello?
check, and I can simplify the time that way.
Survive.
Okay,
Oh.
with a 20
Okay.
okay, cool. Both of you together, you would say that it's
1,
the
2, 3.
it's
1, 2, 3.
the amount
rock.
of time that it took for the pebble to fall and hit the surface of the water. It wouldn't necessarily kill you, but it would injure you.
Well, I don't think it's safe for any of us to go down there. Unless we're doing something elaborate. So let's
I'd agree. Let's. We know it's here.
let's just try and rust away that big dude. And see if he'll let us pass. Maybe all the armor's really uncomfortable and they'll thank us for it.
I like your optimism, but nonetheless, I think the plan's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, let's check to see if he has any halfling-sized armor, which I severely doubt.
Well, it would have been wedged inside a rotting corpse for a while.
Yeah, well, we can literally, we have cantrips that can clean it.
Do you? Fair
Yeah,
enough.
prestidigitation can clean something.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Let's go, boys.
Which way are we going up? Are we going up this set of steps here?
This is closer to where we want to go, and
Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference.
Been
right?
here
we
before.
don't have to wear the black masks,
Oh, yeah.
which are a little
Oh,
uncomfortable.
keep in mind on.
Alrighty then.
Big feather, trying to sneak around with huge peacock feathers.
Oh, I thought it was like black
They are
feathers.
black.
so
They are
that
black.
were,
They're like big black peacock feather waving
Oh, I
around
assumed it
over
was
your
just
head.
like, it was described
I
as
mean,
a
it might
masquerade
be, I'm
mask,
just-
so I'm assuming it's
you know.
like quite fitting and like.
It might be,
Zorro
but it's
mask
also
almost.
amusing to interpret it in the wrong way and have you sneaking around with a giant feather bouncing around on your head.
Oh,
Hey, Scramble, wasn't one of these doors booby trapped last time? Do you want to give it a once over before we push it?
these ones. Oh, I see. Yeah, all right.
Okay, you can make a investigation or perception
I
check.
step back onto the
Though it
steps.
was booby trapped from the outs. Oh, okay.
Okay. With a 16 perception, you don't notice any mechanical traps or latches of any kind.
Cool.
That
will
looks fine. Go on
Push
through.
the wall.
Okay.
To open it.
opens, and you hear the humming, clicking of insects again in this room.
Wait,
yeah.
boys. I just remembered. This thing chomps.
Well, yeah, we just sneak through, or wizard can wizard it open again.
Or we could go around the long way and
did-
just not spend our spell slot.
Go around the long way. I suppose we could. That is the proper procedure. Okay, back in the water.
Orvex at the bottom of the stairs says, "Oh, you're coming back so soon?"
You remember that big chompy mouth that nearly took somewhat?
My arm off.
I
Yeah,
remember.
he took Philippe's arm off. Yeah,
Wait
fuck
a
that.
second. Couldn't we just lift it open though?
Only
within a
after it
good
bitten on my
check.
arm.
He cast knock to keep it open.
Yeah.
And then
And
it
Also,
went- and then
spent as well,
Caesar
so to say.
Caesar also
Yeah.
put his stepladder inside the mouth, I believe.
Oh yeah. To
Oh,
wedge
we
it.
could
Yeah, yeah.
just shove the stepladder in there, couldn't we?
Yeah.
There's a risk. It might damage the step ladder. Let's not risk
I mean,
it.
it's
Let's go around.
adamant.
I mean, also, I assume
Oh.
we can at this point just shortcut the fact that we go all the way back round,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
our masks on, back round to work.
I like
No,
that.
we're gonna do it. Right, let's go.
No, yeah. Caesar says it's adamantium. I'm like, yeah, and so is this, and I pull out the Ziploc bag of adamantium.
Hey, you put that in the mouthy crunchy thing, and you'll pop it
See
over.
if
just
it
gonna-
crunches it back into a suit of armor for me.
I'm just gonna, unless there's any problem with doing this, I'm just gonna skip back over here.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you
We
can
go
skip
step
back.
by step.
It's fine. I would let you know if you needed to,
Yeah.
like.
And
That's
when
what I
we're
thought. I'm
here,
just gonna make it clear that that's what I was doing.
I'll take my helmet off and put the mask back on,
Cool.
and then go
mask,
through.
or feather mask.
Make sure
all the way,
I've got
baby.
I've got no metal here.
Oh yeah, good
Everything
point.
tucked. Oh wait,
No,
no,
we've
there's-
got the
that's
shield.
not here. Yeah, we've got.
So
I mean,
the
it's
shield
underneath
is
my
covered
shirt.
in
Yeah, yeah,
cloth on Caesar's back. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you want to
In
go
fact,
down the stairs then?
before he goes, I'm gonna like tie a couple of strings around it just so that it doesn't like loosely come open.
We
Okay.
wanna.
Thanks.
We saw this thing patrolling around down here.
So now it looks like you've got a stylish like waist belt around your girth.
I don't like the feeling of things on my skin.
Cool. So
Well,
what
the
would you
belt
guys
is
like to
over
do
the
now?
shirt, so
We saw the thing patrolling around down here, didn't we?
You Caesar saw it and heard it, and the rest of you heard
We
it.
did. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Let's go check
I'm
it out.
assuming Caesar isn't lying, which I believe to be the case. Then couldn't we just wait up here and use the shield on it when it wanders into this zone, rather than go
Potentially,
down?
yeah.
Get the jump on it potentially.
I like that idea.
Also, if we've got some ranged weapons, can't we just bip it from up here?
You know it's going to be hilarious when Caesar
We did-
pulls
we
out
did
the
only-
shield, fails his athletic check, and goes flying towards the thing.
I'd
How
already
far
thought
down-
about that, but also I was going to forget about it on purpose there.
It's still going to be
That's
hilarious when it
hilarious.
happens. Go ahead.
Oh shit! How far down is this?
It's
Hit, like,
about
the-
12 feet.
Oh, cool. All right, sure, cool. In
Should
that
we wait
case,
up at the top?
yeah, I'm gonna position myself like around a bit further away from you guys, so I can hide behind the banisters and then away from
Yeah.
you guys.
I mean, let's spread out around this thing.
sure, I'll be all the way over here if you want.
You just
yeah.
need to make sure you're not in range of the shield. You actually need to be behind the shield.
How far does the shield go? 40
I need
feet?
to be down here though, surely, right? Because
Not necessarily. You've got you're behind the barrier. You might just be able to point the shield down at it.
I mean, I'm
it's
also
huge, right.
planning to use my bow and arrow, so not have any metal out until.
Oh, I
shit goes
see. Yeah.
south.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do now? Are you waiting?
I think the plan is to wait for this metal-wearing
You
monster
could.
to
You
come
could.
Yeah.
around.
You could. If you want to be lower down, Sears, that's probably all right. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have a look. Is this a banister of some kind, or is it wall? So if I pop my head out this side,
The
is it
thing,
protected anyway?
it's a banister all the way around, yeah.
Right. Okay. So, I guess if I go halfway down, I could like see
Hmm.
more of what's underneath here.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so that's your vantage point. How long do you guys intend to wait for? A couple of minutes have already gone by while you're waiting.
I suppose we have the equivalent of a
Well,
short
we
rest.
could
I
take,
suppose.
yeah, we could take that. That lets me attune with my ring. It might give Fleeb a chance, depending on the level of the spell. So I just looked it up for you. Apparently, each level of the spell takes 2 hours and 50 gold.
Well, okay. Well, can I? Okay, so just so of my interest, I cast. Well, I suppose it's the
Identify,
process
right?
of it. I cast identify on the. When during this time I cast identify on the scroll, so I know what it is at least.
Okay, cool. I think you also need to make a check.
Or is that for if I destroy it or something? I thought that was for actually trying to transpose it, but fair enough.
No, I think transposing doesn't.
Oh, you're
there's
just
no
you're just
failure.
Oh, you're just trying to identify. Well, it says, here a wizard spell on a spell scroll could be copied just as spells and spell books can be copied. So 2 hours and 50 gold, however many levels it is. That's what that is. When a spell is copied from a spell scroll, the copier must succeed on an intelligence arcana check with a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level. If the check succeeds, the spell is successfully copied. Whether the check succeeds or fails, the spell scroll is destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just trying to check
Find out what it is.
I'm trying to find out what it is. We're not spending the time to do it now.
That's fine. You cast Identify, and you identify it as a scroll of... Feel the suspense.
That's weird. I haven't seen that it's not in the wizard description. Weird.
Yeah, it is strange. Sorry, I've lost track of what I was talking about.
Scroll of?
Oh, yes. It's a... Why can't I find it? I just had it right here. What room? Oh, it was... I'm looking in the wrong room, that's why. It's a spell of Remove Curse.
I look at my spells.
Okay.
I've already got this one. Put it back in the tube.
Nice.
Well, then it might be good to give to someone who... Either you want to keep it yourself, because it's an abjuration spell that doesn't keep a spell slot for you. So you can use it to just refresh your...
I'll get four HP, 4 hit points.
Or you could give it to someone else if you've got it already.
I'm happy for someone else to have it.
Sorry, what is it? What does scroll? You don't learn the spell from it.
No, you can use it.
Cast it. Yeah.
It's a one-use cast that has like everything built into it.
Okay, fair.
So, I mean, either
I'm happy to keep hold of it for the
Bramall
moment,
or
but...
I can cast it because we have spell. Do you even need spell casting to use a scroll? You might not.
I think you do need spellcasting to use a scroll, but you don't need it if you use a wand or something like that.
If the spell is on your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check. If the spell is on your class spell list, you can read the scroll and cast it without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. So it's got to be on your potential scroll list, spell list somewhere.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is abjuration? Did you say?
It's abjuration, but it's in the wizard. No, so I don't have access to it.
What spells I'm allowed? I think I'm only allowed enchantment and illusion spells. Technically,
eventually both of us get spells outside of it.
Yeah, technically every 4th level I get a spell from anywhere.
Those aren't on our spell list, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the long the short of it is that I'm probably the one who can really use it. Okay, nonetheless, I now have a remove curse spell in a scroll form.
I'm surprised it's not a bard spell, yeah.
You can do your short rest statistics now if you like, and anyone that is keeping watch during this time can make a perception check, but you can start rolling hit dice and stuff because
I haven't lost any.
I might as well use
20 minutes goes by.
So I'll do a perception.
Oh, my hit dice are... Oh, and I'll play myself a Song of Rest, so I roll an extra...
Okay, Scramble, you don't hear or see anything resembling the creature that Caesar described, nor the booming footsteps that accompanied it. Ulvek says, finally, some peace and quiet. And then he touches his head reflexively.
You get an extra 1d8 if you feel like listening to my song that I'm singing about my nice new ring, my precious.
You have to roll at least 1 hit dice to do that.
Yes.
I'm probably not going to bother. I'm only missing 7 HP.
I was also missing 7, and I got 6 across my hit die and my Song of Rest.
I mean, can I roll perception and take a hit die, or am I only doing one or the other?
No, you can roll perception and take a hit die. This is stretching on now to 30, 40 minutes. Nothing has happened.
Fine, may as well. Are we waiting like an hour so you've got time to attune with your thing, did you say?
You mean
sure?
Jack's
I mean, we're taking
ring.
a short rest, so yeah.
We could try to make some noise, I suppose, but I don't know what else we'd attract if we did that.
I mean, Jack's playing a Song of Rest, so he is making noise.
I suppose so. Not exactly being stealthy about this.
Wouldn't it be nice if I had this ring, which I do, and this is pretty great. Ooh, I really love this ring.
The curse of this ring is you can only speak in song.
So on Jex, it's nullified.
So the same, yeah, same as normal.
Well, luckily
Okay.
we have a scroll of remove curse.
Your short rest comes
spending it
to
on that.
an end after about an hour's short resting. So you're finished short resting now. And
Sure.
the time stretches on hour and a half. Nothing,
Well,
no
I mean,
sounds.
once we
Let's-
finished our short
let's
rest,
just
I'd say
keep
maybe we have
going.
a little conflab to be like, should we just go?
Yeah,
Well, we
let's
haven't
go down.
seen the big flesh golem thing. We haven't seen the weird other little golem-y creature. I
Okay.
presume.
Yeah, I say let's just go for it.
Okay.
And away we go.
Alright, let me have a look.
What are these pillars again? I've forgotten what they were.
Pillars?
Made of
what
bone
pillars?
and
What the stars? Well, I'm assuming they're stars. I don't know what they.
down in the room.
They're like I'll take you to the
Writhing
other-
columns of flesh
the-
reaching for you.
I'll describe it momentarily. Cool. So, you arrive on this new level, and you see a corridor to the left of you, a corridor ahead of you, and more stairs leading down. The sort of stars in the chasm in the middle are still a bit hard to discern from this distance. So, they're not really a feature of this space. They're a feature of like more floors down.
Oh, I thought you said it was 12 feet down to this floor. Oh, I didn't realize there was another ring. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah.
When it's 12 feet down to this floor that you're on right now, because you just walked down the 12-foot staircase, right?
Right.
And,
Okay.
and when you saw the 12-foot golem, Caesar may have seen it on this walkway around the edge, or may have seen it on the floor below. He's not sure, but this is how it works.
It's probably on the floor below if it was a 12-foot golem.
Oh, that's that. Oh man, because my intent was like, if shit went south, was to jump down what I thought was only 12 feet.
You also see a bronze plaque affixed to the eastern wall.
I have a suspicion we're going to do some reading.
Let's have a read.
Hey, Orvex, a plaque.
Orvex runs over to it hurriedly.
And an arrow immediately skewers through his eyeball.
Explosive runes. The plaque is just...
He reads aloud, and he says, just before he reads aloud, "Oh, this looks a little similar to the one outside on that obelisk. Let me have a look. The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned into darkness descend." And I'll give you a handout so that you don't have to write it down, or you can also write it down.
This is a lot more mysterious than the other one from the sound of it.
Edit, in players journals, all players. There you go.
Well, we've already got a ring.
And on that dramatic note is where we will end the session.
Ah.
The ring is a path to another tomb. Dead abhors sunlight. Only jewel can tame the frog. Bow as
Oh, also,
the
Jex and Fleeb and anyone else that uses special tokens, I've copied these from like a previous session just in case you went down here. So these aren't the same tokens that you had on the previous map. So if you need to redrag it, feel free to do that.
Yeah, okay, I will do. If you want to delete my existing one, I'll just drag the new one.
Cool. There goes that one.
Thank you.
That's all right. Sweet. Well done, guys. That was fun as fuck. I was really disappointed when you dispelled the hanging chest. It does all kinds of fucked up shit.
I wouldn't have normally, but, you know.
So much weird shit. Okay.
I think, Jax on his own wouldn't have dispelled it. He would have just opened it. But
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.